And we are live. Welcome to Brainwash Talk. Brainwash Talk. I'm your host, Amish Patel. Get funky with the music. We've got a lot of great topics today. A lot of bangers, a lot of rippers. A lot of ripper-ass topics today. Holy shit. Come on in. Come on in. A lot of brainwashes to go through. A lot of brainwashes happened in the week. And we got all the brainwash talk. And that's the Kool-Aid. Does that translate? It's like you're supposed to do that's the T, but we could do like that's all the Kool-Aid on this one. Let's go next. Like maybe at the end of the show, you're like, and that's the end of Brainwash Talk. I'll see ya in 4 days. It's just some kind of like sleeping juice. You just wake up for call. You just wake up for Brainwash Talk, dude. That's it. Once I do Brainwash Talk, I'm sleeping for 3 days. That's how ripper the topics are today. We got some ripper-ass topics, but come on in, people. Come on in. Welcome to the service. Make sure you look at the digital ashram. We got a beautiful ashram that we want to be supporting. Make sure you hit that like and the subscribe. Make sure you hit that like and that subscribe and come on in. A lot of great karmas are being done. Some people came in early. Natalie Grand of Cult Girls came in early. Stay away from the cults and the con artists. Thank you, Natalie. I will. JW organization is destroying families. These guys, whoever this is, I think they change the name every time, but it's always a good banger name. They put the message in the name. I like that. XJ Dubs in the house. No blood. Thanks, yo. Yo, our first topic is a J Dub. What a wacky, silly J Dub I found for you guys today. What a silly Billy Gumdrops of a J Dub. Holy shit. It's like, it's too evil. It's too evil. Anyway, get funky with the music. Make sure that, remember that we're on Twitch. Lawrence Ohms, thanks for coming, baby. You are loved. David Barron, what up? Share Core. I'm painting Amish during tonight's discussion. Please. This is a most beautiful spiritual discussion. And if you paint me, oh my God, God is great. Share Core. You painted yourself too, didn't you? That's the thumbnail. That's great. God is great. David Barron, aka Dantalian Jones. Dantalian Jones. I want to watch, but I have commitments. I'll watch the playbacks. Well, maybe I shouldn't have read that one. Oopsie. Raziel the Great. Cannot wait for tonight's show. Raziel, ripper-ass topics. Zem, thanks for coming. Mark Cook, something about the congregation is already popping up. God, it's great. Mark Cook, Sugar. Yep, we want to see that one. Sugar, we will have to feature that art on the show next week. That's going to be very exciting. I am Vazu. Namaste Patel G. Pateli G. Sick, dude. You're in that crypto game, aren't you? You're in that crypto game. Vern Dog, what up? Was that Sam Harris? Yeah, that was Sam Harris. Because I have trained with Baba Sam Harish. At the Waking Up Ashram. Let me show you some certifications here. I did Understanding Cults over there. And this is a Baba Sam Harish. Okay? And he knows he's teaching the most powerful meditations. And his second class is a loving kindness class. So God is great, right? But no, we gotta start off with we got some rippers. Actually, we had a guest today, and I feel bad because they called me before the show. Like, I could tell they were feeling uncomfortable about it, and they called me before, and they thought that I was gonna be like, you get on the show. I don't care about your traumas and your dramas. You get on the show, dude. I don't care. Like, they thought I was gonna do that, and I'm like, no, dude, whatever. Because they were feeling anxious about coming on. I said, hey, I'll do a Brainwash Talk. I said, it's fine. Babaji's fine. Babaji's going to do a Brainwash Talk. We got a lot of topics. We got a lot of rippers, actually. I'm glad. And it's nice to just be here with the community. Ayush Sharma is here. What's up? Night stream with Babaji. Yes, it is. Out on bail. Greeting from Brampton, bro. Out on bail? That's you're going to keep that as your name? It's interesting. Zem. Yes, the rips and the drips. Came for the rips, staying for the drips. Habibi, we got so many rippers today. First of all, we got to add this guy to the stream. This is what a kooky duke. What a silly kooky guy. This is our first ripper. We actually were sent this by Natalie Grand, one of our first Cult Rehab guests. I got to bring her on again. She has great topics. And we actually have 2 topics from her today. This is one, and it's a ripper. You know what I mean? It's like, I remember, well, let's just see it. I mean, already the eyes are fantastic. And you're going to love his voice.
Little baby, look at that little angel. But more accurate would be to say, look at that little enemy of God.
Oh, I wish my uncle was alive, dude. I wish my uncle was alive. He would say, because everyone when I was growing up, these guys would come to the house and they try to teach us their shit for 2 hours. And my uncle would listen to them. And then at the end, he's just listening to them so that he can tell them about some Hare Krishna shit, some Hindu stuff. So he listens to them for 2 hours. He's like, okay, very good. Yes, this is very nice. Very beautiful. Wow, beautiful. Okay, yeah. And then at the end, he's like, okay, now I tell you about Hare Krishna. And they go, and they're all like, no, it's a sin. It's a sin. I can't hear this. If he sees this, he's going to be like, this is your teachings? Babies are the enemies from God. Is this a Hare Krishna better than this, man? This is nothing. Hare Krishna is a very powerful teaching.
You'll hear people say of a little baby, look at that little angel. But more accurate would be to say, look at that little enemy of God.
Oh my God. You know, those little baby. Look at how good the acting is, though. The delivery is incredible. Like, he's really taking you on a journey here. First, he's setting you up. Like, it's a real good 1-2 punch here. Because first he's setting you up with like, look at that little baby.
You'll hear people say of a little baby, look at that little angel.
Of course. Got my attention with the baby. Look at that little, of course.
But more accurate.
And then what is he reading? Is he referring to some notes? That's the handbook. It's got a handbook. Baby equals devil.
Would be to say, look at that little enemy of God.
Look at that little enemy of God. A baby. Some people look at a baby and say, oh, look at that angel. It's a bloodsucker. It'll drain your resources. And if you beat the damn thing, someone will come from the government and put you in jail. That's how twisted the society has become. They're the devil.
Hear people say of a little baby, look at that little angel. But more accurate would be to say, look at that little enemy of God.
How? How is this? How is this the teachings? Natalie's here. Natalie, what's up? That's the prophet of the whole international gig. Children hater. What is he saying? This is not even an out of context thing. This is what they believe, right, Natalie? I mean, they are very, I gotta say, like, Scientology, okay, they got the wizards, they got the this and that. See, Scientology is good. Not good. It's bad too. But what's powerful about Scientology is that when they have a kooky theory, it's just a kooky theory in a story. It's like there's a Xenon and there's a god of this and that. Like, you know what I mean? It's like it's a silly thing, but it's still like, it's not like the practical steps. Like the practical steps, like Chris was saying that Scientology is called the science of certainty. And then even when Thing was on, our first guest was on, he was telling us that, like, he was telling us some good tips. He was telling us some good tips from Scientology. Like, you get good life tips. Jehovah's Witness, okay, I guess you do get the sales tactics because the sales tactics are solid. But then there's a lot of very inefficient theories here. Like, what's this? Children are the enemy of God. Like, like I just came from a Patel event. It was like a 50-year birthday party. My uncle, incredible man. 50 years. Oh my God. And yeah, like I can't believe how many people like there's people, and no disrespect to the community, there's people who like they hate their husbands, and there's been domestic violence issues and like whatever, but they see me and they're like, when are you getting married? And I'm like, shouldn't you be saying don't get married? Like, what the fuck? What's this brainwash? What are you gonna get married? Oh, look at the babies. Like there's certain standard things in a culture to make the culture grow. All this to say, loving babies, pushing marriage. Like, these are your standard tips, tactics. You go to the Mormons. See, the Mormons are an issue too, because they have like the multiple wives. Then you have some fun, like at least the guy's doing something. I'm not saying it's okay. He's doing something. Jehovah's Witness, it just seems like it seems very wackadoo. And I got another clip actually from Natalie too. It's so good. And that clip, I can't even tell what the teachings are. You know what I mean? Like on a practical level, you can get a teaching out of these people sometimes. It's like, I'm not Christian, but I'll listen to Joel Osteen. Incredible stuff. Incredible teachings. I'm not going to join the Rajneeshi. I'm not going to become a Rajneeshi, but Osho, incredible. Right? And then I put on these teachings. And
You'll hear people say of a little baby, look at that little angel. But more
it refers to the book. What's the book that he's reading? Babies Are Evil 101? Is this like, I guess, what's the, what are we, how does this organization survive?
accurate would be to say, look at that little enemy of God.
I guess they really have like, you're born with original sin. Maybe they're going full with the born with original sin. And it must be cleansed. Is that what they're saying? And then they can put that guilt on you. Like, you're born a sinner. You're born a sinner, and then you got to work on it. But he's the sinner. Let's see what the comments are saying about this before I go to the video. XJ Dub here. Love you guys and fellow cult awareness friends. Donnie the Ape, thanks for coming. Love you. Appreciate that. Natalie Grand, author of Cult Girls. Make sure you pick up Cult Girls, people. That is one of the 8 governing body. He interrupts and is God's channel. Wow. So he's the head of the whole thing right now. He's the head of the whole organization. The propaganda starts early so parents can pressure and shun kids if they leave. Right. Okay. Now I get it. Now I got it. Okay. Yeah. I wasn't seeing it. I really wasn't seeing it. I'm like, what is the benefit of this? Now I got you. They're going for a full control game over here. Okay. So tell me if anyone knows what the hell is going on this one. Because I don't even know what the hell this video means. But let's go to the next video. Let's see this one more time. It's 11 seconds. We got to see it. For the delivery, his voice. It's beautiful. Like, I mean, this guy could have been a children's announcer or something.
You'll hear people say of a little baby, look at that little angel. But more accurate.
He's got the hand on the book. What is this book, dude? It's printed. He's falling like, but more accurately.
Would be to say, look at that little enemy of God.
He's so cocky about it, dude. Come on. No, but they do have silly teachings. This is another one I got from Natalie Grant. Thanks, Natalie, for sending this. Trigger warning. Here's the preview of the religious propaganda you will see in the Jehovah's Witness convention program this year. Someone tell me if you even know what the hell this means. I don't know if this is an anti-mask video. I thought it was an anti-mask video. Like, I dozed off in the middle for a second, and I came back, and I'm like, how did I get on this anti-mask propaganda? Tell me what you guys think.
Everyone, guess who just walked in? Olivia. Today's poll, would she ever? No, she would never. She's an angel.
I wanted to go up to the girls and smash their phones.
Neutral? Ain't no neutral. You're just a coward. Take your trash.
What I was feeling back then was just sadness. Never really peace.
Hello everyone, Hayley from Junior Design here.
Is there just a little bit of envy in there?
In June of 2008.
Is there a little bit of envy? Are you envious of her? This is so well shot. I gotta say, the production value is really top notch on this. Look at the lighting on this. I need lighting like this, man. This is like a beam of light from God channeling into him, and now he will deliver. And he's tight with the suit too.
18, a huge group of armed men.
Of envy in there.
Is there a little bit of envy? Who the fuck are you? Like, if you imagine you were at work and someone said this to you, yeah, I guess you could say that. Someone would say that. If someone moved ahead of you at work and other people were like, I thought you were better for that. Then when you're out, they'll be like, is there a little bit of envy in your heart?
In June of 2018, a huge group of armed men came to us. They represented the ideals of my childhood.
Do you have any idea
A group of men, armed men.
what this is going to cost us?
I didn't have a choice. You went behind my back.
What's this about? What is it?
Where's your mask?
Do you know how many people have actually gotten sick? 0.
What is happening? Does anybody know? Why don't I get it? You know what I mean? With the okay, now I get the baby hating. This whole thing though, like I get maybe half of them. I think half of them I get, but they don't even seem connected.
That's what always happens. When you're just about to lose all your strength, Jehovah does that something for you.
I'm so grateful that we made peace.
Why is that guy wearing the mask? Okay, I think I get it now.
Before the world turned upside down.
Wow. Cap cut. Cap cut.
Hey everyone.
Okay. Can someone tell me what the first, like, are they bullying her because she's Jehovah's Witness? I guess that's the first. I guess that's the first two, right? Tell me what you guys think. Okay, first two are, let's just play them one at a time and tell me if any, and we'll do them.
Guess who just walked in? Olivia. Today's poll, would she ever? No, she would never. She's an angel.
I wanted to go up to the girls and smash their phones.
Okay, so those two girls are talking shit about her, how she's like, she's a goody two-shoes religious girl. She's a goody two-shoes religious girl, and she would never have sex with a guy. Like, what is it? What's the issue? Is that what they're saying? I think that's it. What do you guys think? I want an AR-15 after watching those Hurls 5, HIRLs 5. Ron Mexico. I like that photo, dude. I like that. JW, there's a new child sex abuse article a week right now in UK Telegraph on Twitter and podcast. Yeah. No, we have a couple of those. Yeah, we'll bring that up. We should bring that up next, actually. There's a great, oh God, we kind of covered this one, but we should just do it again, I guess. Yeah, it's so good. I mean, it's so bad. It's terrible. Sorry, what am I saying? It's good that they're getting caught. I mean, you know what I mean? It's ridiculous. This commercial though. Okay, so I guess she's going through bullying.
Neutral? Ain't no neutral. You're just a coward.
Take your trash.
Well, I was
Nobody does that. Nobody's ever done that. Okay? We are all very nice in this culture. Who's harassing these Jehovah's Witness people? They look like such dumb little losers on the side. You know what I mean? Like, nobody's being like, hey, loser, hey, take it in your face. Like, nobody's doing this. Right? Like, I don't want to be here. I shouldn't be defending the Jehovah's here. But I'm not defending. I'm like, if anyone's doing this, obviously I condemn it. But I don't see it. Who's doing this? Come on, Sumant. Sumant coming in with the, like, dude. Okay, we'll have to look at. We'll look it up. That sucks. Why are you putting this right now? I gotta put this in, dude. Elon Musk right now. First of all, his dad is banging his stepdaughter. Okay, and then him and the dad at the same time are like, our only purpose is to reproduce. We must reproduce for society. Google wife. Come on, dude. Oh, it's Sergey Brin's wife. Well, it's going to happen. He's going to be a playboy. Okay, we'll get to that. We're doing cult. It is a cult of personality, and we will have to look into that later in the show. Let's continue this video, though, because I have no idea what the hell this means. Okay, let's analyze.
feeling back then was just sadness. Never really peace.
Hello everyone, Hayley from Journo Design here.
Is there just a little bit of envy in there?
Okay. Okay, I get it. They're basically saying if you're going through hard times in life, J-dubs can help. That's what this commercial is. But here's the problem. This problem, which is not even a problem, but you guys
You're
caused
neutral.
this.
You're just a coward.
Take your trash.
Well, I was
Like,
feeling
he's already in the game, and are you advertising to him or to the other guys? Like, what? Because that's what the point of the commercial is. There's great suffering in this life, and you're giving examples of people that you can convert. But then I guess you're so in the cult that you even gave an example of, like, if you're already on the street volunteering 5 hours a week, 10, 20, 30 hours a week, you might be having doubt. I get that's the brainwash. You got to re-advertise to him too. You can't just go outside. You have like millions of people. I think 8 million. I think it was in the millions last time we checked. Scientology is like nothing. Jehovah's Witnesses, there's millions. So in the millions, it is like any sales funnel in sales. They say like you got to keep on. Like once you have a customer, you have to keep sending them an email every day. You got to keep sending messages to them. You can't just be like, got him. That's it. No, because other people are trying to get him. This guy, some Scientology. You know what? The Muslims are right in Toronto. They go on whatever corner these guys go on. The Muslims are on the same corner and the Christians are on the same corner. And these Jews there's like a Jewish crew too, a black Jewish crew. They're also there. Yeah. So, it's a tough competition. They know it's a tough competition, and you gotta keep on rebrainwashing.
Just a little bit of envy.
This is just a woman who works in media. Her friend got ahead of her, and then her other friend is like, "Are you feeling a little bit of jealousy?
Envy in there.
Envy?"
In June of 2018, a huge group of armed men came to us.
What is this? Oh, prison guards beat 5 brothers in Orenburg, Russia. Oh.
They represented the ideals of my childhood.
Do you have any idea
I guess that was the one who saved him. Okay, what's this one?
what this is going to cost us? I didn't have a choice. You went behind my back.
Where's your mask?
Do you know how many people have actually gotten sick? 0.
That's what always happens.
Oh, he's one of the oppressed. He's one of the oppressed, but then with Jehovah's Witness, he had the strength and he puts the mask
When
on.
you're just about to lose all your strength, Jehovah does that something for you.
Boom. Wow. I get it now. Do you get it? He's an anti-masker. They're on his side. Like, they're clearly on his side, I guess, because they must be anti-maskers too, who are just like, they probably put out the word like, just put on the mask for normal society, be nice, and put it on. So he's probably anti-mask. Then he goes to Jehovah's Witness. Jehovah's Witness says, now with Jehovah's Witness, he has the strength, put the mask all the way on. Raziel the Great says, Jehovah does that thing, dude. It's like this one is like how Billy got his groove back. And the secret is Jehovah's Witness. He joined Jehovah's Witness. That's what this commercial is. This is how Stella got her groove back. But instead of going on vacation and having sex with a young black dude, it's these guys joined Jehovah's Witness. And then they all kind of get their groove back at the end. They're all kind of ripping.
I'm so grateful that we made peace.
I still don't get this one. Is he a chef? Is he a mechanic? I think they're 2 mechanics.
Do you have any idea what this is going to cost us? I didn't have a choice. You went behind my back.
You went behind my back. Huh.
We made peace before the world turned upside down.
I guess it's just general brother fighting. We hate each other. We're mad at each other. And, like once I found Jehovah's Witnesses, they told me to do a forgiveness. You know what? As a forgiveness, loving kindness teacher myself, I got to say, like, it's such a powerful teaching that it makes its way into all these other organizations. You know what I'm saying? They're all going to do it. They're all going to do loving kindness, forgiveness. Even though after that, they do some evil shit. But but hey, guess what? You're listening to Brainwash Talk right here on the Drip, 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 hosted by Amish Patel. Let's have some more of that Kool-Aid. Wow, what a ridiculous ad. Very well shot, though, I gotta say. Beautifully shot. That lighting's tight. This one, I guess in Russia, they had some issues, you know, and that's not nice. And if you're taking the magazine and you're stupid, throwing it in their face, don't do that. Right? They're people too. They're brainwashed. Forgive them. They're brainwashed. Listen. Once you go in, you're converting other people too. So then they're in and then you're in. It's like you can't even get mad at them. Only forgiveness is key to cult rehabilitation, I think. Because you do have to forgive everyone for getting brainwashed. And then, you know, even when you look at the daddy character, this guy,
You'll hear people say,
I mean, he was probably born into it if he's the prophet. And when he was a kid, he was probably taught that babies are devil too.
little baby, look at that little angel. But more accurate would be to say, look at that little enemy of God.
Of God. Look at that little enemy of God. Sucking you dry. You got to feed it. Who's in control? You or the baby? If you can beat me and I got to take it, which one of us is in charge? Who's in charge here? Me or the baby? I got to feed it. I got to listen to the crying. I beat the damn thing. The police shows up. Who's in charge? Fuck, dude. If my uncle saw this, he'd be like, this is their teaching? This instead of this Hare Krishna is 100% better. Hare Krishna is 100%. This is nothing stupid. Hare Krishna say, love baby. You have to love baby. Baby is a god. Hare Krishna say, no, this is crazy. That's
You hear
what he
people
would
say of a little baby, look at that little angel. But more accurate would be to say, look at that little enemy of God.
Fucking rip, dude. That's a rip. Let's look at this one. Call Bethel. I said, he's a pedophile. Okay, this is from the Telegraph. This is another article I got, actually. Let's read some comments. Natalie Grand, author of Cult Girls, says, I talk to the cards and tell them about their shell companies and ask them to petition their leaders to change their policies to protect children. Yes, of course. Yeah, dude. I mean, that's a pretty damning video. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of other organizations. Like with the Catholic Church, they don't put out a video being like, look at that. That's someone get, you know, like they don't have a video. Like this is very mean where it's like, what are you thinking? You're just saying it. It's like they're doing some kind of child abuse. It's like, I don't know. Can you be sure of it? We got to get the proof. I mean, the guy's doing a video. He's got the video where he literally says in the video that they are garbage and we have to hurt them. So you know what? That's it. Ron Mexico, what's up, baby? Russians be nice but hairy. Russians are hairy? Ron, I had no idea. Mustache game. Russians have the mustache game, eh? I feel like Indian people have the mustache beard game pretty solid, dude, with Sikhs. Because Sikh is there, right? So they're full-time beard. Man, I can't believe, like, lately I've been seeing more Sikh people. Like, I always knew that if someone has a turban, if they're the Sikh, in the Sikh religion, they have a turban, they also have a knife. But lately, I'm seeing people just rocking that knife out, like on the outside. So like they're just going grocery shopping. Knife out here. They hear a bang, they go, ready to rip, dude. I like it. I worry about it. I mean, I don't know. They seem like nice people. They seem like just the same, but knife on the outside. Interesting. Ron Mexico, next Pope should be a videographer. Yeah. Yeah, that's good videography on that video. Empress Lane, the Vax That Ass challenge is packed for these JW dummies. We got to keep going. We're going to go 20. We got to go 1 month straight of cult topics, just nonstop cult topics, live stream right here and on Twitch, 24 hours for a month. And then by the end of that, we'll still be like at like 50,000 or something. You know what I'm saying? Pope better have ass. Ayush Sharma says, do vote for me. Ayush Sharma's got to vote. Yo, vote. Hit the thumbs up, everybody. Hit the thumbs up. Let the algorithm know that we are We are hitchhiking to the Most High. And let's listen to another track by Noir et Blanc V. Can you guys hear the music? Yeah. Yeah. This is called Ghost Stories. You're listening to Brainwash Talk right here on the drip. Drip, 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 drip. It's got that drip, drip. Live on YouTube, Sundays. YouTube.com/The Drip Channel. Get funky with the music. So many people in the congregation. Do some karmas in the comment section. Do some karmas. Natalie Grant, author of Called Ghost. The cart people wear masks. They don't want them on Zoom anymore. Too many leaving. Right. The cart people is... The cart people is... Cart people. That want people to wear masks so they can go back to church and donate. Also, the carts just resumed. What's the carts? Armageddon and persecution are around the corner because they want to go to war. Oh, yeah. I mean, hold on. Before we get into this article, let me show you this, actually. I gotta say, man, this, like, it's almost like we are all made out of this loving energy, and art has to come out of us one way or the other. So even if we're in a cult, like, this is some great artwork, right? And it's obviously used for the wrong reasons, for brainwashing people. This guy should be a comic book maker. You know what I mean? Like, this is tight. This is banger to comic book lore here. Demons are killers. Demons are real. And you're listening to The Drip. Brainwash Talk on The Drip. Get some of that Kool-Aid. What the hell is this? Demons are killers. Demons are real. Look at this. Oh my God, look at, and this guy's just got a gun. What a scary dream, too. Just pointing a gun in a random direction. Let's see this one. Demons are killers. Demons are real. Right, this one, I guess these three demons are fucking with, is that Jesus? Or just someone in the desert. I guess the desert heat is turning into these demons. I've heard that happens. And then this guy's just, you know, having an epileptic attack or something, and they're calling it a demon. Weird. Okay. Great artwork, man. Jehovah's Witness Examiner. Sunday, December 13th. Satan answered Jehovah. Oh, my God. You know what? They use Job. And, like, you know, the story of Job is so interesting because it really is a dream cult leader story. Job, the book of Job. Because it's just God and the devil messing with Job. They just like basically the devil. If you guys know the book of Job, or if you know Job, I guess he's a great character, but like really, it's a culty ass teaching because it's basically like, or basically portrays God like this kind of manipulative, like cult leader type of figure because it's like he comes to like basically this character Job. He's such a good guy. He's a great guy. And one day he's so nice and so loving to God and living so perfect that the devil goes to God and says, I see that Job? You think Job loves you so much? I bet if I tempted him a little bit, I bet he'd come to me. Or it's something like that. Or I bet he's like, if he saw a little bit of hard times, he'd say, forget this guy. He'd say, forget about you, God. You're nothing. Guaranteed. And they make a bet. And then they just follow through torturing the guy for their bet. Come on. What kind of, that's like a Nityananda tactic. You know what I mean? And then it almost seems like with Jehovah's Witness, it's built into the system a little bit. But yeah, Satan answered Jehovah. Sunday, December 13th. It's funny when you do Sunday, December 13th. Jehovah's Witness Examiner. Satan answered Jehovah. Is it for nothing that Job has feared God? Stretch out your hand and strike everything he has, and he will surely curse you to your very face. Job 1:9-11. Wow. Yeah. That's it. That's the line. I never knew the line. That's great. That's very like poetry. You know what I mean? He's not just going to be like, oh, I bet I could get him. I bet he'll leave you in a second. He's just, is it for nothing that Job has feared God? Stretch out your hand and strike everything he has, and he will surely curse you to your very face. Job 1:9-11. That's nice. That's very well written. What makes integrity so vital that each of us needs it? You need integrity because Satan has challenged Jehovah, and he has challenged you. The rebellious angel smeared Jehovah's good name by implying that God is a bad, selfish, and dishonest ruler. Sadly, Adam and Eve sided with Satan, rebelling against Jehovah. Correct, I know that. I mean, they have the reference, but come on, we all know that one. Life in Eden had given them countless opportunities to strengthen their love for Jehovah. But at the time of Satan's challenge, their love was not complete. Sound or whole, another question arose. Would any humans remain loyal to Jehovah, God, out of love for him? In other words, are humans capable of showing integrity? That question came to the fore in the case of Job, Job 1-8-11. Like us, the man was imperfect. He made mistakes. However, Jehovah loved Job for his integrity. Yeah. I mean, it's actually a good story. You know, it kind of reminds me of in Hinduism, there's a book called the Bhagavad Gita. And really, like, you could almost see that has some banger artwork too, actually. Let's look at that. But the Bhagavad Gita, and then I gotta move on to the next topic. But the Bhagavad Gita has a lot of like very strong work ethic. It's like a work ethic teaching. Some people think it's war propaganda. I don't know. I don't want to say that. Let me show you some pictures, actually. We got some bang. Yeah, Hindu have it too, okay? Not only Jehovah Witness have it. Hindu have it too. Beautiful. Very beautiful teaching. Hindu also have it. What is this teachings, dude? A baby is an enemy of God. That's... I mean, if the FBI needs any other proof, they're like... The head of the organization, they're like looking at the case like we need an admission of guilt, or like it's got to be something. It's got to be motive almost. It's like he thinks they're the devil. That's motive almost. It's like so nasty the way he says it. Bhagavad Gita. This is the Bhagavad Gita, the Song of God. See, the Hindus today see the Bhagavad Gita as the top teaching. It's not the top teaching. Top teaching is Advaita. And that's it. Bhakti Yoga, Advaita Vedanta, even Tantric teachings. That is the top teaching. That is the loving kindness teaching. This Bhagavad Gita is like, it's basically like some people say it's war propaganda. And I'll tell you why. These two, the whole song, the whole book, right, is like, this guy's they're at a war. They're at a war, and it's just a stupid, meaningless war in India. Everyone got involved. But if you look at the inciting incident of the war, it's just stupid. It's just rich rich kids fighting, and they're gamblers too. So they're like fighting, and then like they make the guy gamble his wife, and the guy gambles his wife, and then these guys like win the wife, and then Krishna steps in the middle, and then they have to make a deal and go to the fort. Whatever it is. They make it out like, oh, the kings, they have to conquer, but like that's what it starts at. Okay, it starts with that. They're gambling. The good guys have a gambling problem, and they're the king's son, and then the bad guys just want to be the kings, and then they basically scam them through a gambling thing. Whatever. It's looking back, like as a kid, I was taught the book, so I thought it was very beautiful, very righteous. Looking back, and I've heard Osho talk about it. I'm not making this up. Osho even says it's war propaganda. It drove India into, and you want to talk about a brainwash. This is brainwash talk, baby. This is brainwash talk, okay? I actually saw a great clip from, of all people, Andrew Tate, where he was saying that if people grew up like without learning a religion, and then they were taught every religion at 30, they would not pick any of them. They're ridiculous, all of them, right? So anyway, there we go. That's a nice track. So anyway, this book, supposed to be the big banger book, incredible. It's basically right before the big war, that big war that I told you about, right before the war, this guy here, Arjun, he doesn't want to go to war because it's basically their families fighting. It's like him and his whole team against the cousins. By then it gets complicated. It's like Game of Thrones. Everyone's in it. People from Mexico were in it. That's what they say. That's what Osho says. Like people from Mexico came to fight for these guys. Oh my God, are you kidding me? It's like in America. It's like even if America, like World War II starts, everyone has to join. That's what they're making it out like it was that. Mahabharata. This book is inside of the Mahabharata. They say that it's like this big whatever, right? Just before the fight, this Arjun says, I don't think fighting, like, why am I fighting my family? It's meaningless. It doesn't matter. We're going to destroy everything. By the end, whatever. He says, I don't want to fight. And then Krishna basically says, you'll have to fight. It is your karmas. Do it. And then he basically gives him like this beautiful philosophy. And I remember I was telling someone about it, and they're like, that's a great thing to teach slaves. Because basically Krishna teaches him in this song. The song is like, do your karmas and don't worry about if there's pay. Just do it don't do the karmas for the reward. Do it for the karmas itself. The karmas themselves are the fruit of the reward or whatever. It's all just like, which is great philosophy in a sense. It's very hustle culture if you think about it. It's an old hustle culture anthem if you think about it. And it is beautiful and it's poetic, whatever. But yeah, I guess it's a bit of a brainwash. You know what I'm saying? It is like a book of Job story that you could take that and just go into cult. You know what I'm saying? Because if your cult people ever say like, I don't want to work for 14 hours, you can say, but this is your karmas, this is your dance. You can embody Hare Krishna in that moment and say, no, you must do the karmas. And that's what I'm telling to you people in the congregation. You must do your karmas. Hit the like button. Tell your friends. Share it. This is the most beautiful. Look at that. Look at that, dude. And then he convinces him to fight. He basically says, you have to fight. And Arjun keeps arguing. And then at the end, he makes himself into this grand form. He's like, if you do not fight, ha! Like, and he just turns into this big person. He basically becomes the whole universe all at once. So this is Arjun here. This is Krishna telling him, trying to be nice. But then after he doesn't listen, then Krishna goes, you don't listen? Ah! Like, and he turns into this, basically everything, everywhere, all at once. You could call that non-duality. Becomes one with the universe. Basically convinces him that this life is just a silly game that we're here to play. Do your karmas, play the game, say God is great, get the fuck out, dude. That's it. You gotta do the karmas, dude. You think I want to do my karmas? I don't want to do my shit either. I gotta do mine, you gotta do yours. This is where God put us. Okay? Not my will, the God's will be done. And then he scares him with this, then he does the fight. And then they rip it. There it is. They rip it. He's doing the archery in the back. Krishna's in the front. Horses. It's great. I know someone's going to get mad because I said it's war propaganda. You know who gets mad? White people, like my white Babajis who teach me meditation, who teach loving kindness. I told him one time, I was like, yeah, Bhagavad Gita, I've heard it's war propaganda. And he's like, no, it is the most beautiful teaching, Amish. How could you say that this great Hindu text is a war propaganda? I mean, how could that idea have even popped in your head? Dude, I can't believe how many white people have converted to Hinduism. And then they believe in some of the weirdest stuff, though, sometimes. Like there's one prayer where you just repeat God's name over and over again. And I saw this white guy on YouTube, and he's like, this is the most powerful prayer. It can heal and cleanse your whole body and will make you instantly one with God. It doesn't even mean anything. It's just Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. He just does it over and over again. We actually had this grandma that lived in our house. She had like 200 notebooks, just like they bought them blank and just wrote that. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram. And she had probably 50 books. And she was so proud. She's like, I'm going to get through number 58. Working on number 58. And she just ripped him. Sumant Kardial, I strongly disagree. Indian girls got some kind of sex appeal. Who? Sumant, excuse me. Have respect. There are no hot women in India. What? Sumant, that's rude. Don't say that. That's not even true, though, dude. Dude, Indian girls are so hot. You're crazy, Sumant. What do you mean? Are you talking about Bollywood? Bollywood's ripping. This is unacceptable, Sumant. This is unacceptable. As a Hindu nationalist yourself, you should be saying, what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? Stay consistent. You're a Hindu nationalist here. You know what I mean? What are you going into this? I know. It's weird. That's what cults are. Slaves. Yeah, I know. Yes, I strongly disagree too, Sumant. Unacceptable. Magnitude. You need to make these. You need to make these videos early for the EU people. Thank you. God is great. Please learn the proper rank balance in India. Can't be that much. Thanks everyone for coming. Empress Lane is here. Urain is here. Thanks for coming. McZemzem. Very good. Tim Ort. Empress Lane. Noir who? I'll tell you, Noir. It's Noir. Here, I'll have to post his links or something. You know what? I'm gonna post. I gotta post this guy's channel in the next thing. But let's shout him out right now. Let's play a track and shout him out. No, let's do Flight. This is a song called Flight to Tunisia. Oh no, that's a different singer. Damn it. This is called Nopi. This is called Nopi. But oh no, that's Cosmic. Oh no. Flight to Tunisia. Oh wait. Yeah, this is called Nopi Noir et Blanc V. That's the track that you're listening to right now. And you're listening to The Drip. Brainwash tips on the drip. Drip, 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 drip. Podcast on YouTube live streaming. Sundays. Join the congregation. Oops, I almost left our page. No, I'm going to go here. This is the YouTube channel of the track that we're listening to. Can you guys hear it, by the way? You guys hear that okay? There we go. Oh, no copyright audio. No, where's Noir et Blanc V? Incredible music, this guy. So good. We gotta shut him out. 55,000 subscribers on the rip. This is the guy. So good, man. He has like 50 tracks on YouTube live streaming. Incredible music. Check him out. Wow, he's very active. Very active. He's very active. Very good. Damn. Wow. Damn. I could learn how to do DJ shit. I should learn. I should reach out to this guy. You know what I'm saying? I was thinking that when I do my loving kindness meditation, I do want to be like a meditation. I don't know if I want a separate meditation DJ or if I'm the meditation DJ. But some people like you can be a meditation coach, MC, and then the guy's DJing with you. That's possible. But anyway, check this guy out. This guy's sick. Yeah, dude. Good music. All right, let's go to the call battle. Let's go to the call battle, PayPal. It's true. Like basically every week there's another story coming out. And then we actually have two more topics today. We have Tony Robbins' Time to Thrive. Man, the Tony Robbins' Time to Thrive is such a psycho. And then after that, we have like the pettiest anti-abortion argument. Honestly, I think anti-abortion is a big brainwash. And we're going to get to that in a second right here on Brainwash Talk. Live on the drip, 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 drip. Brainwash Talk with Amish Patel on the drip. Live on YouTube. It's getting drippy in here. Call Bethel. Call Bethel. I said he's a pedophile. The Jehovah's Witnesses elders mumbled, yes, we know. I guess that's what happens with Catholic Church stuff too. Where it's just a bunch of people doing it, and then a bunch of people are like, yeah, I know, we're trying to stop him. You think I don't know? You think I don't schedule the kids in a different spot? We're working on it. Fucking goddamn. A new Telegraph podcast investigates the inside story of child abuse in this close religious community by Catherine Rushton. Damn. Let me put on. On the outskirts of the Midlands town where Michelle grew up is a low beige building set back from the road. It has few windows and looks strangely blank, although neat black letters on the side once announced its function to the world. It's an old Kingdom Hall, the Jehovah's Witness equivalent of a church. And when Michelle was a child, she would spend many hours a week here at religious meetings. She knew this building before she learned to talk. So when she's at this place, the whole vibe of the place is children. They'll tell you that children are little angels. But we know that they're from the devil. Something like that, right? What did he say? I totally forgot what he said. We saw it like 18 times. The guy says, like, they'll tell you that a baby is a little angel. Well, let me tell you one thing. It's from the devil. Let's just watch it again. So that's where she's hanging out. When she was a child, spent many hours a week here. Sounds like a good 14 to 20 hours a week you're there. When she wasn't at meetings, Michelle would go on field service. Oh my God, the Jehovah's Witness practices of going door to door. She would pair up with another older Jehovah's Witness, and together they would urge the strangers who answered their knocks to join the organization, which these days has 140,000 followers in Britain. Huh. 140K. That's lower than I thought. I thought they were like millions, but maybe they're millions worldwide. I don't know. They would tell those strangers that worshiping Jehovah, the God of the Old Testament, was their ticket to paradise, a way of saving themselves from Armageddon, which was just around the corner. Yeah, dude. For many people reading this, their experience of Jehovah's Witnesses will be as one of those strangers opening a front door to be greeted by a pair of neatly dressed individuals bearing copies of the Watchtower. Yes, I do remember that. And I quite looked forward to some of these meetings, actually, when they would come, and I did like their stories and stuff. I remember I wanted to go over at one point, and my sister's like when I was like 6 or something, I was like kind of mad at my parents. I was like, are you guys stupid? This whole shit's gonna end, and we need to convert, and we're over here fucking Hindu? Praying to an elephant? I was like, are you guys crazy? Yeah, no, for a minute. Some people will slam the door in their faces, but most will politely decline the publications on offer and close the door gently as the Jehovah's Witnesses move on. For Michelle, these sessions were traumatic. She was unfazed by the doors closing in her face, but she learned to dread the time alone with the man who more often than not partnered up with her. So, I mean, look, we know where this is going. It's a great article. Check it out. I think I read this actually a couple of weeks ago, but it is a little dark and twisted. I think I highly recommend it, though. It's it's like you already know, you're done. Like, this is the guy. Oh yeah. Oh my God. Are you fucking nuts? Dude, they partnered this guy up with a 14-year-old. You're fucking crazy, dude. Who's thinking of this shit? This is another guy, Clifford Whiteley. Oh my God. Yeah, no, this is something that maybe read this. Oh my God. A vindicating conviction. All right, let's read the last little bit. In 2020, shortly before the pandemic, Lacey's abuser was sentenced to 9 years in prison for the sexual assault of a child and 3 other serious sexual offenses. DC Enzor told The Telegraph that he is also aware of another alleged victim who opted not to pursue a case in court because she did not want to upset her Jehovah's Witnesses family. Okay, yeah. And this is the thing with these religious psychos is that, and this is true for I think true for the anti-abortion people too. Like, while the rest of us are just living life, having a good time, right? You know what I'm saying? While the liberal is sleeping, they're out doing a brainwash. It's like, wake up, liberal. We're playing defense. They're on a mission from God. Wake up, liberal. No, that's For abortion, that's true. But also for the cults. I mean, they are like, it is. I get why Natalie does like sometimes Natalie will just go into like text me like 50 tag, and I'm like, I get it. It's like there is this sense of like urgency, like we got to get these people out. So, you know, yeah, no, read the article and make sure you support. Just, you know, support the thing in general. I guess I gotta figure out where to send you guys. I'll put a link in the thing to send you guys to somewhere to really help and really support this cause. But like, it's a lot, and people got to get out. Let's read some of the comments. Stop drinking the Kool-Aid. Can't make me. Woo! How's that Kool-Aid? Brainwash Talk with Amish Patel. You're listening to Brainwash Talk. Yeah, this is a song called Longest Run by Noir et Blanc V. Right here on Brainwash Talk with Amish Patel. On the drip. Drip, 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 drip. It's getting drippy in here on YouTube Live. Yeah. Suman, thanks for coming. Ocho Cinco. Natalie Grand, author of Cult Girls, says 8.7 million active Jehovah's Witnesses around the world. Most leave who are raised in it. Come on, people. We got to get them out. It sounds like we got a mission here. People, hit that thumbs up. Hit that thumbs up. Natalie, what's the best place to send people? I really feel like doing topics like that, we should send people to like a... You actually gave me a bunch of these on our episode. That episode has a bunch of places where people can go. But like, there was one actually I saw today that was really good. Let me get that shit. Let me do that for the culture. Why don't I do one thing for the community? I'll do that. I'll do that. Oh, actually, there's a great clip of Logan Paul called Logan Paul Punk's Grant Cardone on Scientology. That's a good one too. Where did the clip go? I had a clip. Yeah, get funky with that music. I said get funky with that music. Where did I put this? Oh, it's, yeah, this guy's organization. Let's share this. And in the meantime, get funky with the music, people. Get funky with that music. I say get funky with that music. This is the Aftermath Foundation. This is where you can go. This is a lot of stuff. I wonder if we can do some. How can you help? Wait, let me just tell you what. Okay, not media. Testimonials donate. Let's go to home for a second. The Aftermath Foundation exists to help those who want to leave Scientology and the C organization. Oh wait, this is about Scientology. I forgot. There's a Jehovah's Witness one. What was the Jehovah's Witness one? I mean, not like we've got to support all these organizations. We got to just raise. Yeah, no, it's you got to raise cult awareness. They're still in the cults. Sometimes you watch the documentary like it's all like historical in the past. Like, okay, nobody's gonna do it now. No, they're in it. They're in it, still active. Natalie Grant says, yep, be a good person. You don't need a cult or a con artist. Work hard, laugh, read, and dance. That is actually a perfect segue, Natalie, to our next topic. And, you know, this guy's really, really pissing me off. I mean, not as much as the guy who said babies are the devil or whatever. But you know what? Yeah, let's go to second topic. And listen, I'll put a link to something for the ex Jehovah's Witness organization. There's a place there too. There's also the Reddit page. Actually, the Reddit page is incredible. Reddit/cults. There's actually incredible stuff in there. We might read an article from there in a second. Just hold on to your horses. But first of all, we got to go to this new, and this is really, let me tell you, this new Tony Robbins shit, because I love Tony Robbins, and this is pissing me off that he's doing this. And while I play this, while I read this, I want you guys to do me a favor. And in the bottom corner, Natalie, I got to take you off for a second. I got to take myself off too. Because in the bottom corner, oh my God. Okay. So in the bottom corner, I don't know if you can see that, but in the bottom corner right here, there's a goddamn little thing that pops up. It says, okay, I'll read it. Let me just refresh the page. Okay, so in the bottom corner it says, Jane from Cardiff, WLS, joined the challenge and donated a meal a few seconds ago, verified by proof. If you look closely, it says verified by proof, but proof is written with a capital P. Can you guys see that? I guess that's too small, eh? I gotta get a screenshot of this. It's absolutely ridiculous. It's pissing me off. I'm going to show you a picture. Okay, I got it. Let me see how HD this shows up. This is honestly ridiculous. Like every 2 seconds, this thing pops up. And no. Okay, wait. Here's what I do. There's a way to do this. There's a way to do it. Hold on. Let me play another track by, this is Prophet 7. Wow, what a good track for our show. Prophet 7, sick. Maybe I'm a Prophet 7. Maybe I'm a prophet. I don't know. What is a prophet? Okay, you see this? I just screenshotted this. It says, so every 2 seconds, this pops up. And if the website is open for, like right now when I opened it, it was open for 2 hours. So it said sent a few hours ago, but now it's saying sent a few seconds ago. So this is what it says every couple of seconds on this website. Denny from Saint Sauveur QC joined the challenge and donated a meal a few seconds ago, verified by, and then it says proof. I want you to look very closely at this because we're going to come back to this. We're going to come back to this proof bullshit. What is it? Why is it capitalized? I knew right away. Right away, my scam senses, my scam tingly senses, they went off. I said, "What the?" I said, "You know what I did?" I said, right away, my ego, my mind said, "Hey, cool it. What's proof? Proof? Why is that P capital? Why is that P a capital? Why is that P a capital?" Okay, I'll tell you why. Because the verification company, and let's share now the main thing. And this time, here's what I want you guys to do. I want you to do me a favor here. This is back to the challenge, and you can still see one up there. So this another one just popped up. I'm gonna read this, and I want you guys to tell me how many times the thing pops up. Okay? Let me just check. Yeah, we're good. Okay. Here, let me just make it a little bigger even. Is that no? Now I'm covering it. My bad. No, that's too small. That's fine. This one. Go done. I want you guys to keep count. I'm gonna start reading. Tony and Dean present 5-day Time to Thrive Challenge, August 2nd to 6th. Register for free. Do not go to this. Make sure you go on August 4th. I'm performing in Mississauga. Come check that out. I'm doing stand-up comedy with Abbas Wahab, who's been on the show. Chrissy Sharma, who's been on the show. Tamara Siobhan's on that show. It's gonna be it's bang. Oh, Jesse Singh, amazing comedian. You guys are gonna love them. All comedians, bangers, real bunch of rippers. But anyway, don't just try to survive. It's time to thrive. In just 5 days, unlock Tony, Dean, and our special guest's exact 5-step blueprint to not just survive in a world filled with uncertainty, but to thrive in your career, impact lives, and secure your future. Save your free seat while you still can. Oh, so it's free. Well, let's put them in. No way, optional phone number. Get out of my face. Tony Robbins and Dean Graziosi. I'm a little disappointed in her because she's a loving kindness coach and she's really good. I like her stuff. But you know what? They hired her. And you got Matthew McConaughey. And it is Tony Robbins. So it lends a little credibility to the whole thing. I mean, it's, have the chance to get coached by Tony and Dean. When you join the challenge for free today, you could be chosen to be coached by Tony, Dean, and the team to help you launch your digital product. They have never done this before. Plus a ton of other prizes. For those who accept the challenge, you can win some cool stuff. Okay, great. Great. Matthew helps Tony and Dean reveal why now is the time to enter the knowledge industry. Wow, they even got Matthew McConaughey on board. Special guest Matthew McConaughey joins Dean and Tony. How many times has that ticker popped up, by the way? How many times has this goddamn ticker popped up? Because that's the real topic here. That's the real... sounds like a pretty standard get rich quick, right? Sounds like a pretty standard get rich quick. Look at what they're doing. Ready for a new beginning? This is the perfect place for a restart. Before the event, overwhelmed with too much info, feeling lost and without direction, not where you want to be in life, tired of not living to your full potential? Tired of not living to your full potential? Tired of not living to your full potential? And then after the event, filled with clarity and direction, feeling confident about yourself, new goals, and a real action plan, armed with a system to take control of your impact and earning potential. Okay, they do a couple of all caps in here. So that's good. Why is this a must? That would be a game changer, right? Bold, underlined. It's already all caps. Jesus. Let's compare market trends. The traditional market, the knowledge industry, $1 trillion by 2028. And that is by Cision Net. Well, Cision PR and Report Linker. Global e-learning market to reach $457 billion by 2026. Yeah, listen, bunch of psychos in the game, right? So you're going to get the numbers, aren't you? You bunch of goddamn psychos. So you see this? It's like they're doing it, and then they're like, is it a trend? They probably told the guys. They're like, we're actually estimating that we're going to make each $14 million more per year, per month, per day over the next 10 years. So they give them the information. Then those guys make the thing, and they go, knowledge industry set to grow by $1 trillion by 2028. And then these guys get that article, put it back. You got to watch these people. By the way, is anyone keeping count of the verified by proof thing in the corner? Keep count. Experts predict the knowledge industry will be $1 trillion by 2028. Yeah, because you're crazy. You bunch of psychos have figured out the internet and how to get everyone brainwashed in your shit. There's 100 plus niches just in our community alone. Niche or niche? It's niche. Check out our student niches. Not sure if there's an opportunity for you? Vegetable gardening. I've heard vegetable gardening is hot actually right now. And it might be a trend that is a local gardening trend that's actually making money, and people maybe should do it. But there's free YouTube channels that'll teach you how to do it. There's someone just showed me a YouTube channel where the guy's like, he goes through everything. And he doesn't sell it like it's a get rich quick. He's like, it's a lot of work. You're going to have to find whoever's, like, you got to find a cool restaurant in the area. You got to find a cool, like, grocery store that'll take your stuff. And, but he has like a basement growing system. It's like he's growing weed, but the money now that weed is legal is in the vegetables. Now that weed is legal, basically, those whole hydroponics kits to grow weed in the house, some people are converting it over to vegetable gardening, grow vegetables in the basement, and then they sell, like, this guy was saying, like, he sells $3,000 worth of vegetables a month by turning, like, a 600, 700 square foot room in the basement into like basically a garden. So, okay, fine, fair enough. Drawing 101. You could become a drawing expert, like share core. Life coaching, obviously. Trauma coaching, what's the difference? Running a home bakery, sure, kind of like vegetable gardening. Running a home bakery, yeah, that's a grind too, though. I mean, then you're getting into like, yeah, you got to be tight in sales, and you got to put up some banger stuff. But again, like, are you going to spend money on this? Come on. And then, of course, you got course creation, simple app creation, marketing consultant. Okay, great. Okay, fine. Day 1, day 2, great graphics. Day 1, why this? Why now? Why you? Discover what to sell and who to sell to. How to get people to say yes and pay you. How to build an audience. Implement and massive action. Wow, 5 days, you're done. Well, if God made the whole universe in 7 days, why can't you make a business in 5? Here's what you get. 5 days of live training starting August 2nd. Oh, God. Price is 100% free. There's been a couple of these. Okay, cool. Listen, I guess we got to go to this. I mean, if it's free, it's free, right? And then they're just going to constantly try to sell me on getting more shit. But I don't know. What do you guys think? Okay, look, if I'm being totally honest, this is actually not like the thing that pisses me off. The thing that pisses me off is I clicked on, if you look at the bottom corner, like I said, if you click on that link, it says, because basically in the bottom left-hand corner, every 2 seconds, is anyone keeping count of that? How many times did the thing pop up? That thing that popped up, it says, let's just refresh it. Let me share this with you again. Look at this. Share. Bing, bang, boom. Look at this. It says Denis, like basically every like 2 seconds, it's just showing another person. Then it goes verified by proof. Huh. In my brain, I go, proof. Why is there a capital on that P? So, of course, I do a little detective work. Click on it. Check this out. Proof. Verified by proof. It's like saying like certified by the numbers. Like, and then there's a company called The Numbers. You know what I should make? I should make a company called The Research. And then you could put anything on your website and then you say 100% backed by The Research. And then it links to me. And then I'm like, hey, all of the research on this guy's website is backed up on my website. So I have the backup of his research. All researched, 100% on the back. No, 100% backed up by research. The research. That's what it is. It's called, you got to make a company called The Research. And it's just a company that, because that's what this is. The business is called Proof. So they're saying verified by proof every 2 seconds, verified by proof. And then you click on proof. Proof is the name of a business. So it's not like, so there's a bit of a wordplay here, right? Like verified by proof, it implies to me that you have proof that these people came. No, proof is a business. Let's just check it out. It's a business that's trying to show you social proof. Let's see it.
Hey marketer, Austin Disto here, CMO of Proof. And if you're like me, you're looking for some experiments to run this summer in your marketing that's going to either be in your traffic or to increase your conversion rates. Now, if you already have traffic down, it's your obligation to turn those clicks into contacts and then into customers.
It is your obligation. It is your obligation to build your congregation. Natalie Grant says, you guys don't need Tony to start a business. Start a little side hustle and watch YouTube videos. Yeah. Yeah. Honestly, you got to be... all those courses, they go on one day. They go, and then do your marketing. Your marketing, that's... when they go, oh, grow your YouTube channel. It's like, bro, what the fuck do you think we're doing here? Like, you're not going to teach that in a day. It's such a scam. It's like saying like, we'll build your audience from 0 to 10,000 subscribers. So what does that mean? You're going to make 10,000 people like me? Are you crazy? You can't do it. Only you can do it. Only you can do it. And you might not do it.
Here in today's video, I'm going to show you exactly how to increase your conversion rates by 10%.
I'm saying you got to love it. You got to love your karmas, as the Bhagavad Gita says.
In less than 10 minutes. Well, I'm going to show you if we study some of the highest converting sites online, it's abundantly clear that they use a lot of social proof. Social proof is how we buy our Amazon products.
Wow. So he's not even... Okay. Maybe there's... Okay. So maybe he's actually tracking proof, but maybe he's just honestly saying like, listen, what my here's how important social proof is. And what my company does is it pops up a little thing every 2 seconds in the corner that says that some guy bought it. Did they buy it? Who cares? You just tell them, and then this guy will buy it. And then if they buy it, we'll put that guy's thing up.
How we book our hotels online. And it's how you can use it to increase your landing page conversion rates, your lead magnets, your webinar registrations, your demos. So give me your attention here for the next 2 minutes, because I want to show you how to set up a proof campaign from scratch to be your next winning split test. Are you ready, marketer? Let's dive on in.
Wow.
Welcome inside the Proof dashboard. Now, to give this whole demo some context, we're going to be getting Proof live on this site, where we're going to show recent downloads of this report. So whenever visitors come to this page, they can see social proof. And what that will do is build trust with RoomTrek as our example company, and also create a bit of fear of missing out, that by not downloading this report, they are missing out on something really big here. So the first thing that we got to do is connect proof with this RoomTrek site. And it's as simple as going here to the pixel, copying it to our clipboard, and putting it into the header of the site, just like this. Simple as that. Once I save this and publish the update, now Proof Pixel will...
Okay, but here's the thing, right? You guys saw how many times the thing popped up. Is that many people buying the thing? I guess it's a free sign up.
Be collecting all of the information on this page to eventually show it as well. So let me show you how to do that. And in the meantime, I want you to be thinking, how would your all's campaigns be set up? Because you can see here, we use Proof to show our trials, to show people who have recently subscribed to our blog or opted in on our marketing site, downloaded cheat sheets, registered for demos. There's a lot of creative marketing ways that you can use Proof. Let's go ahead and launch this brand new campaign. We'll call it Download the Rent Report San Francisco. So we have 4 notification types here at Proof. The very first one we'll set up is recent activity. What this will do is look just like this here. It'll show in real time when people opt in. So we want to look at the same exact copy, download report, and we'll do that here. Recently downloaded the report. So it'll look something like this. Dave from Austin, Texas.
You know what? I'm kind of sold on this. I like this. It's actually legit. He has the trackers. Listen, guys, we got to give it to him. He has the tracker as long as it's real. And I guess what they're doing, it is like a high-level brainwash manipulation, okay? It's social proof. It's like he's saying, hey, social proof will brainwash him. and then you get them in the door, and then you take care of the customer. But that's, I guess, what he's saying. But you know what? I got to say, sounds like the technology's there. We can't go in and say it's not there.
Recently downloaded the report. All of these settings are already set up for conversion. So let's go ahead.
But the thing is that when I was on the other one, on the other site, it was saying like someone downloaded, like someone signed up. Like if I leave the website open, right, it'll just say the same person signed up like 30 seconds ago. But then if I keep it running, it says that person signed up like 2 hours ago. So it just keeps showing the same person on the other website. But
click on through. Now for our second one.
I guess because they don't have that many signups, so they just show the same person signing up.
Is live visitor count. Customize this.
And unless you look at it and look into it, you just think like, holy shit, this thing's popping. And it's just up and down, up and down. So they're showing you, okay. That's subtle manipulation. Technically, not a lie has been told because it is the same person over and over again. And they just keep popping it up every 2 seconds.
Yes. And I'll say something like 2 people are viewing this page. And so just for testing purposes, we'll do 1 active visitor at a time. And we're all good there. All right. Now, hot streaks. This is our highest converting. And to show you an example, it'll say something like 5 people viewed this page in the last 24 hours. I'd actually rather show how many conversions that we've had in the last 24 hours. Put them a minimum threshold if at least 1 person does this. And we'll say at least 1 Californian has downloaded the report. All right, so 1 Californian has downloaded the report in the last 24 hours. Looks good to me. Go ahead and go.
What?
Now, we're not going to use this today. You can watch another demo to see what our higher price plans will show.
Fucking tight. This guy knows the FOMO, eh? He's like, oh, and then we got the bonus program for if you're really advanced and have the real derp, and then we got the extra thing.
Version cards. All right, so let's go ahead and set up the capture page here. Where are we collecting the leads, aka conversions? So this is going to be on this folder to you. With that, I hope you can see how easy it is to set up proof on your site and a map is up and going. Let me show you what the details would look like. So I'll go over here and show you.
Okay, yeah, you know what? It's fine. I got it. It's a subtle manipulation. We don't want to just call, you can't just call anyone a scam if it's not, you know what I mean? But it is scammy. It is brainwashy. It is a brainwash tactic revealed right here on the drip. And that's why you're listening to Brainwash Tips right here on the drip. Drip, 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 drip. Late night chit chat about the brainwashing of our culture right here on YouTube Live. Join the congregation and get into the conversation about the emancipation of your salvation. Okay, I gotta recheck now. Okay, someone from Sao Paulo SP joined the challenge 19 minutes ago and donated a meal. Okay. And donated a meal. Interesting. Robert joined the challenge and donated a meal 19 minutes ago. Verified by proof. So it says Robert, right? And it says 19 minutes ago. So if I refresh this page, watch. It's going to say Robert. Okay. Ang from Jave VC joined the challenge and donated a meal a few seconds ago. Verified by proof. Okay. Someone from Aguate G joined the challenge and donated a meal a few seconds ago. You know what? They're different. Yeah, fine. Fair enough. Fair enough. Someone joined the challenge and donated a meal a few seconds ago. Wait a minute. They really are finding ways to pop up the same statistic, I think. But that's, you can't catch them on that. Let's go to the next page. Oh.
Congratulations on being one of those people that's one of the few who do versus the many who talk. Even though this is free,
classic. You
still got to commit yourself. And most people, they talk a good game. They talk about what they want to improve and do, but they don't do anything. Dean and I were just talking about the possibility of what would be like if we gave you an opportunity to come backstage, even though it's a virtual program. I'm like,
you know, it really the whole site, like no lies have been spoken. Like even when we looked into the proof thing, like technically no lies have been spoken. But what the fuck is this shit? You know what I mean? At the same time. Yes, I want the gold VIP experience. Jesus. Yes, I want the gold VIP experience for just $47. Wow, it's $2 less than Andrew Tate. Winning challenge blueprint. Private Zoom room with the speakers. Laser coaching with speakers. Laser coaching? Coaching that usually costs thousands. Laser coaching. Your membership card. Members only. Zoom background for the challenge. Wow, they give you a special background. Gold card warning. We truly cannot accommodate an unlimited number of people into this membership. Only a very small percentage of attendees will be a gold card member, and this is your chance to become one of them before it's too late. So don't miss it and regret it later. Hey, everyone, make sure you hit that like button. But not everyone can hit the like button. Only if you hit it right away, hit the like button on this YouTube channel. And right away if you hit it, but it's not for everyone. Don't hit it if you're a weirdo or if you're too slow and lazy. Don't hit the like button. But if you are a good person, if you're a gold card person, make sure you hit that like. Gotcha. Gotcha. Oops, started a cult. Oopsie.
Backstage where you could work with us directly, ask us questions, see what we're doing, understand directly as opposed to just being part of the Facebook group.
One thing I like is that these, like, you know, I've said this for a long time. Our best defense against the psychos is other psychos. And you look at Andrew Tate coming out last week with a $49 program, really just taking the internet by storm and to promote his $49 program. Now these two come out. What are they going to do? $49? No, the best they can do is $47 after a 5-day free seminar. So I like that they're working for this shit. But the whole thing is a recruitment brainwash thing, right? What do you think? Like, is Natalie still here? Natalie says, you guys don't need Tony to start a business. Start a little side hustle and watch YouTube videos. That's true. That's true. It's definitely a lie. The person isn't real. You think so? Even Shopify. Oh, so Shopify has those little things, right? High-level social manipulation equals good marketing. Look, Urain, I've said it for a while on the show. The cult training, the con artist training, sales training, and I guess like marketing branding training, same curriculum. Same curriculum. It is what it is. This is life, people. This is the Leela. We are here in God's play, and it's vicious, okay? It's not an easy play. You got to watch these goddamn con artists. They got millions of people in the Jehovah's. They got, I think, under 1 million in Scientology, but still, they're fucking psychos. But there's millions in other cults worldwide. And joining con artists and stuff like that, which I consider a soft level called MLMs. It's unacceptable, people.
Group or the YouTube group. So, Dean, you want to share with them?
Yeah, Tone. What if we gave you the opportunity to have a gold card VIP experience? Hey, it's Dean. I'll go real quick. First off, you made the most amazing decision ever. I mean that. In this shifting world, this 5 days is going to immerse you in the opportunity to see what's possible, how to thrive in a time when most people will sit back. But if you're anything like me, anything like Tony, and you want to go all in, I want to give you the opportunity to upgrade below right now. And I want to tell you what you get really fast. First
God,
like
upgrade?
Tony said, you're already in. You can watch on YouTube or Facebook. But
upgrade?
If you'd like to be on Zoom with us where we can interact, then upgrade below. If you'd like the opportunity to stay on, then upgrade.
I like that. I like you know me. I like the dancing. I like that she's got her hands up. You know what? We can learn something always.
If you'd like the opportunity to stay on after for an hour or two and do laser coaching and get your questions answered, then you're going to want to upgrade. If you'd like the opportunity to keep all 5 days of the training for life, a training like this could literally be $1,000. It may be the last one we ever do. You can keep the training for life.
Yeah?
You get a special cool.
It may be the last one we ever do. These psychos don't quit, baby. They just can't quit. They say that always. They're like, this is going to be the last time. I'm quitting the business. You can't get it again. Store's going out of business sale. Dude, it's like this store in Brampton. I swear to God, for 25, all through high school, going out of business sale. The guy does a going out of business sale, fucking kills it on the sales, marks everything at 40, 60% off, which is what every store does after Christmas anyway, in the winter. And then he just stayed like that for like 10 years.
Cool background, the gold card background. And even more importantly, I filmed a special jumpstart video that you can watch immediately when you upgrade. It's a training so you can maximize these 5 days. Listen, this is not a time to sit on your hands.
I like that they put the backgrounds on as if they're over there. Like he's not on the beach. Like, what is this?
Listen, this is not a time to sit on your hands. This is a time to be left behind or gain the capabilities to absolutely thrive. We're going all in. And here's the crazy part. Last year, we sold out this VIP at $197. Below right now, we made a price that's available to everyone, the lowest price we've ever done for this. And here's one thing to know. Each Zoom room only holds 1,000 people. So this upgrade is limited. If you'd like to be a part of it, this VIP backstage gold card experience, upgrade below right now.
And listen, let's be honest, this year has not been challenging. That's a nice word for it. It's been crazy for most people. And what happens when most people get overwhelmed or stressed? They shut down. And what shuts us down here now is massive action. So if you're committed to that and want to do this, you can do it already just the way it is, cost you nothing, or you can join us in VIP and go even deeper and have this one-on-one direct Q&A and experience.
This is a pretty classic. Like, I mean, I wonder how close this is to fucking LifeSpring and Landmark Education. Is it like right there? Does anyone know about that? Laser training, fancy words. I know, right? They're like, we're going to take your traumas and laser them with our training, and then you'll be a millionaire. Urgent. The end of the world is here. Tucker Salazar. Yeah, they're not they're not doing the fire and brimstone, but they are definitely doing like the end of the world is coming. Let me ask you guys something though. This is actually an honest question. Is the world getting worse, or do I just know more shit? Because it does seem like Trump, Sri Lanka, Ukraine war, but then 20 years ago, there was like Iraq war, right? Like, what's the difference? Is it that different? And then for 5 years before Ukraine war, they've been bombing like not Syria's fucked, Lebanon, just all through the Middle East, right? Like, and there's North Korea. Like, is the world getting worse, or is this some kind of doom and gloom by these gurus, huh? And also, just as you get older, you learn more and more stuff. You're like, oh God, how the hell are we holding this shit fucking together? We're holding this thing together by a string, this earth. This is like an attack of the leeches. Yeah, I know. Be one of the cool kids for a price. It's true, Cher. Tom Orr, that's like the Bible, the best evidence God isn't real. Excuse me? Tim, be respectful to the Christian community, Tim! Just because we're doing brainwash talk doesn't mean we talk to the Christians like that. Here. Sam, what's up, baby? Come on in. Come on in, everybody. You're watching Brainwash Talk with Amish Patel. All the brainwash, all the time. Right here on the drip. It's getting drippy in here. On YouTube Live.
As well. I hope you'll take advantage of that, Dean.
Yeah, Tone, I'll make this real quick. We have never offered a package like this below.
Didn't you already say that?
This price ever before. The world has shifted. We wanted to create something that was irresistible to get you engaged at that.
Didn't you already say, I'll keep this quick? Tony, I'll keep it quick and I'll get right in and out of here. Damn, dude. That's great. You know, they really care about you. They really care about your time.
Next level. And to make sure you're not left behind, click below and upgrade right now.
And finally,
don't you hope that when you're 50, you're not just like hustling for money like this? Like, if you're so goddamn successful, you two, why'd you have to get verified by proof to sell this shit? You couldn't just sell it. But I guess once you know the Brainwash curriculum, it's the most efficient curriculum. Natalie, what do you think? Like, if you wanted to teach a real class, you're going to do all the tricks, right? I mean, now that you learned them, you got to do them. You can't unlearn it. You just go like, okay, like if I went to Natalie and said, hey, I need to do a marketing thing for the show. And then it's just going to be like, oh, boom. Okay, cool. Say that children are garbage and then brainwash them for 20 years. And then you got them. Or, I mean, I guess it would be, but it would be more like stuff like this. So it'd be like, okay, like we got to create FOMO. We got to say that it's limited time only. Say that tickets are going fast. I mean, I
think if you've been around us enough with Dean and I, you know that we're driven to make a difference, not only for you, but for the people that aren't watching this, that need our help. So today, when you do this, not only will you have access, not only have the direct Q&A, not only will you have the ability to have 5 days of training and go back to and hang on to and use whenever you want, but we're going to also add 50 meals to Feeding America in your name. So don't delay. If this is something you're interested in, click down below and join us for VIP. If not, go to the next page and we got all the details for you, but to and use whenever you want. But we're going to also add 50 meals to Feeding America. And
guaranteed Feeding America, scam company, right? I don't want to be negative. I hope they're Feeding America. I don't want to be, but like, is this like, it's like the verified by proof. I want to call, we got to start that company, The Research. It's just called The Research. And then anything you want to say, like 98% of our customers said it's great. And then I put 100% backed by The Research. And then my company is called The Research. I say, hey, when people see The Research, they get more excited about your product. It helps you sell the product. So what I do is I back up all of your research on my website. So then on the bottom of all of your websites with information, you could say backed by The Research. They're not going to click and check. I'm just saving the website. I'm just saving the research. But it's not backed by research. It's just backed by the research, which is my business. That's, it's... Sam, have respect. It is letting worse, but Will Peak, it's in the book called The Fourth Turning. You can do a whole show on this. The Fourth Turning, David, it's also predicted by the Hindus. It's called Kali Yuga. And it's also predicted by the Jehovah's Witnesses with all that fire and brimstone. But I will have to look into this. The Fourth Turning. Okay, let me look into that. And we're getting suggested good topics today. And we still have one anti-abortion or pro-choice karma that we have to do, which I think is very powerful karma. But I'm going to take a quick break and come right back. I'm good at sales, but I get I hate get rich quick. Everything is freaking hard work, either work or education. And that's it. Natalie, that's it. And that's it. And that's it. Sam, I'm joking. Love you. Yeah, no, it's true. It's true. It's true. It is anything worth doing. In a weird way, it's like more hard work than these guys are letting up. But in a weird way, too, it is like... Sorry. This is called the Finest Like by Noir et Blanc V. Right here on the Drip, Rip, and Dip. You're listening to Brainwash Tips with Amish Patel. Late night chat. Don't get brainwashed. Listen to the Drip. Oh, yeah. Get funky with the music. You are enough. Don't buy a scam. Give me money. Give me money instead. No, I'm just kidding. You don't have to give me money, but hit that thumbs up, hit that like, and send me topics. We gotta basically go more that's what I've realized. The last couple of episodes I think have been great. And I really appreciate you all coming because it really helps me grow as an artist and a creator. And I am getting tighter and tighter at these, I feel like. What time do we start? 9 and we're at 10:40. We've done 2 topics, but I feel like the rips per minute have been pretty decent. You know what I'm saying? It's basically like if you squeeze in the time, the rips per minute goes up. The RPMs have to go up. Rips per minute. RPMs, man. You got to have the RPMs, right? We're not fucking around here. It's YouTube, baby. It's a competitive market. We got to have a high RPM. And I think we're achieving higher and higher RPM. I do feel like that. You know what I'm saying? So thank you all for coming. I really appreciate it. It helps me do my karmas, do my exercise for God. I have to do my exercise. And make sure you have a little bit of Kool-Aid while you're at it. A glug, glug, glug. How's that music, though? Y'all can hear the music? Gotta love the kindness of sending your money to a faceless corporate. I know, Razio, dude. I can't believe these people. What a bunch of maniacs, dude. Fourth Turning, we got to check that out. I like that. I like the idea of a spiritual talk show on Sundays, a spiritual ripper show for people who are not. But yeah, Brainwash, I think Brainwash called spirituality, you know, and maybe we can do our part for the culture and let the people know that, like, there's cool stuff to do. Don't join a cult. Just a silly, friendly reminder. Don't join a cult. Hey, don't join a cult. Every Sunday. Just a friendly, silly reminder. Don't join a cult. Not worth it. Join the Drip. Don't join a cult. Join an anti-cult cult. Right here on the Drip. Drip, rip, and dip. Yeah, one more topic. Actually, I mean, look, we can keep going. Let me do a quick book plug, actually, while this track is so sexy. This track is tight, right? In the meantime, let me do a book plug, actually. This is another book that Natalie Grant sent to me. It's called Do As I Say, How Cults Control, Why We Joined Them, and What They Teach Us About Bullying, Abuse, and Coercion by Sarah Steele. This looks great. You know what? I think I'm going to have to buy this audiobook. Why is the audiobook 40 and the other one's only 30? Listen, I'm going to find it. At the heart of being human is the desire to belong. It can make us unspeakably vulnerable to the manipulation of others. Cult leaders prey on this desire, but so do many unscrupulous operators hiding in plain sight. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. That's right. It's true. It's true. The culture needs it. The culture needs these books and these teachings. Sarah Steele, the creator of the popular Let's Talk About Sex podcast. Oh, Oh, let's talk about sex. I've heard that. Has researched the cults you've heard of and dozens you haven't. What strikes her most are not the differences between the bizarre cult behavior and normal behavior, but the depressing similarities. Her work reveals that we are all susceptible to the power of cult dynamics. In Do As I Say, Sarah Steele tells the human tale behind the sensationalism, sharing deeply personal stories gathered over years of interviews with survivors and some shocking tales about the world's most famous cults. She sheds light on the high cost of unchecked coercive behaviors to the individuals and communities at large. Pick up that book, people. That sounds like a great book, actually. Do As I Say. I really like that too. I really like that we're getting to the heart of that here too. You know what I mean? Like, I do like interviewing people who have been in, but then there does seem to be like a lot of news inside the cult space. So it's just a matter of packaging the topics, you know what I'm saying? So anyway, all that to say, thank you all for coming. And also, we're actually going to be cutting down live streams. The live streams are going to be once a week, and we're going to be opting for tighter clips. So meaning like these individual topics that we do, it's almost like we're practicing them here to do a tight cutter of it. So during the week, look out for that. We should be putting up some more shorter clips, cult reviews, but also just little cultural essays, kind of like we do one topic at a time here. We want to take one piece and say, this is a brainwash affecting the society, and look out for it. And that's it. And we're going to go through one last brainwash right after the break. Imagine a place where everyone is happy. And we're going to do one more topic. It's a banger of a topic. It's you're going to love it. I'll be right back. You are loved. Rip and dab.
Strange suicide at the 30s. Very strange.
4 bodies. 6 bodies. 10, 12, 14, 16, 19. Grand total to 39.
39 people. Federal agents first confronted a heavily armed religious cult near Waco.
911, what's your emergency?
There's 75 men around our building and they're shooting at us in Mount Carmel. Tell them there are children and women in here and to call it off. I hear a gun.
Who are these people?
It was such a love affair. It was such enthusiasm, such joy, and we worked such long days. But you just had the energy to do it.
A number of people simply followed fairly blindly the directions of their leadership, even though they were intelligent and well educated enough to have gone their own way. They didn't, because they surrendered themselves to this.
This is where we expose the cults and the sinners who lead them. Make sure you subscribe to the channel right here, Cult Rehab, every week on the Drip, live stream on YouTube. Join into the comment section. Join the congregation. Listen to real brainwashing stories, sex scandals, cult rituals, unholy practices, all performed by these sinners heading up the cult. Listen to cult survivors getting interviewed and cult leaders getting roasted. Is someone trying to recruit you? Well, screw them and their cult. Join the anti-cult cult right here on Cult Rehab. Too many cults? Maybe I said cult too many times. I don't know. Sign it up, come on in, we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it for the community, for the culture, figure out what's going on, do the forgiveness. God is great. So make sure you watch Cult Rehab. It's not a cult, it's an anti-cult cult. Oh my God. Wait a minute. There we go. And there we go. Back from the break. Damn, how long is that video? I really thought that video was like 5 minutes. No, it's 3 minutes. Okay, cool. Hey, listen. We are here. God is great. Thanks for coming, everybody. David Barron is here. Super Gamer 5 is here. Oh my God. Wow. Natalie Grand is just texting me some future guest ideas. So yeah, we'll probably have a guest back soon. Thanks for coming, everyone. Vulcan Wolf. Thanks, baby. Love you. Mr. Chess. 85 is here. Tim Ort. Raziel the Great. Sam Stufdidius. And Ben. Super Gamer 5. Sherkor. Stam Stolzas. Are we brainwashed or are they? Well, I think it's them. This last topic I want to do. Yeah, I want to talk about this. Oh, actually, we have a couple of good topics we could do. We have, okay, so there's two. Okay, so there's a communist cult leader. Yeah, there's a communist cult leader that just got arrested after a dead body was found in his home. We got Muslim journalist arrested in Modi's India. Or we have a new... and then we have Elon Musk is banged the Google guy's wife. Interesting. I feel like we got to talk about Elon Musk and his dad maybe, but I don't know. I don't know about Elon Musk. I don't know if Elon Musk is going to make it today. I don't think Elon Musk is going to make it today. But what I will say is this. So there's a new community in the internet. There's a new community doing a brainwash, doing a conservative brainwash, and this is Brainwash Talk. So we got to talk about it. You know, I've been saying for a while that I think that the anti-abortion thing, it's a big brainwash on you guys. The people that are out there fighting for it, going crazy. Now, respect where respect is due. You guys work your asses off. You're on the offensive on this shit because you're a bunch of goddamn psychos. You know what I'm saying? And the liberals are just playing catch up, aren't we? They really, you guys work hard. I'm going to give you that. You work your fucking asses off. You know, it really is a situation where the liberal needs to wake up. We're playing defense and they're on a mission from God. Liberal. We're over here playing defense and they're on a mission from God. That's the issue here. When you hear these arguments that they're making, these anti-abortion arguments, it's so manipulative. Okay, let me just play this clip. This is a new girl in the Black Manosphere, which is another brainwashed community. It's like there's Manosphere, and then there's within the Manosphere, there's like a Black Manosphere where it is a lot of like, it seems, you know, and we talked about Kevin Samuel before, may he rest in peace. Great, incredible teacher in a lot of ways, but also really like fed into this YouTube market of Black men dunking on Black women. And it just seems like a lot. But he passed away and it's sad. And I'm sorry about that. And when I say he dunked on women, like I thought he was pretty rude. And it is like such a brainwash because if you look at his comment section, it's like he's saying all these things to like he's really defending Black men in it and masculinity and men in general. And if you look at the comments, they're like, make men great again. Men need to rise up, $50. Make men great again, $250. Abortion should be illegal so men can rise, $300. They're just throwing donations at this guy. So he was a very powerful teacher in the game. And we had another podcast on Duke and Dawn, and we were talking about like this guy passed away. He has a very large congregation, Kevin Samuels. May he rest in peace. very large congregation, who will fill that spot? It's an interregnum. It is a power vacuum in the Black Manosphere. There's a power vacuum in the culture. He's gone. Who will fill this space? And that's where I found this white lady. And dude, this girl, her channel is called Just Pearly Things. Should men have a say on abortion? She got triggered, all caps. We're going to go to her channel in a second. And it's a bunch of like, I mean, listen, let's do that. Let's look at the channel first. Okay. The first ever. Okay. No. I introduced my friend to Red Pill for the first time. Okay. I introduced my friend to Red Pill. He ain't lying. They're big Jordan Peterson fans. This one, she don't listen. I'm a 10, modern woman humbled. Basically, like she's calling herself a 10, and then they have to humble her and be like, you're not a 10, and you need to lower your standards. It's really, it's okay. Let's go to more. Very anti-abortion too. But let's just do more. Let's see more. Wait, where are the? No, we gotta go to videos. She deserves jail time for this. Okay, women lie about wanting equality. Modern women destroy homes for selfish reasons. This is what you see what I'm saying? Do you see what I'm saying? This kind of hatred and negativity is the key to a lot of brainwashing. It is the catastrophizing about life that makes people feel weak enough to think that, like, well, I better follow them. Without them, I have nothing. Let's read more. Why modern women break up families, all caps. No, that's what there's a lot of people doing this on YouTube, and they get a lot of hits. Let's just see her thing. 198,000 subscribers. She's on the rise. I mean, and look, I said this before, I'll say it again. Okay, we got to wake up, liberals. Because these goddamn conservatives work their ass off, dude. And every episode of this, here's how she's really perfecting the brainwash. I've seen Tucker Carlson do it. I've seen Patrick Bet-David, I think, does this, where they bring on one lefty. But basically what she's doing, this is a genre here in her room. Like if you see this, there's like 5-10 people in the room, or like 6-7 people in the room. They're all chatting, whatever. I call this, she's reverse engineering a liberal bloodbath. She's setting up one liberal amongst like 10 conservatives. They throw and that liberal is the meat. And they just go, they just rip them. And we're going to go through a video where they do it. But I just want to show you some of these. Like, she deserves jail time for this. Generally speaking, one or two girls, it's all of them, including her, who's the one running the debate, against one girl. Women lie about wanting equality. Let's go. If my partner gained 100 pounds. Okay, interesting. Modern women get triggered about this. Single mothers are a bad deal. It's rude. You're taking a complicated situation where someone felt like they had to get out. Could have been an abusive situation. Could have been a situation where the guy's not doing shit. But they don't hear any of those arguments. They're just like, they always tell the women, go back to your husband. Just like Kevin. That's what I mean. She could replace Kevin Samuels. She's really ripping here. I don't know. I can't. If you told me that a white woman could engineer a situation where she could just, the amount of time she goes, it's my show and you have to listen. Well, hold it, honey. And she just will tell off like a black girl. But it's all of them against one girl. You can't. It's just like Kevin Samuels. It's a brainwash. She got red pilled really hard. So then they also, a big part of their videos is they show other people getting brainwashed. That's what being red pilled is. So she'll show someone a Jordan Peterson video, and then like that's what this is. It's her showing her friend this Jordan Peterson video, and then the friend's like, I'm on his side. He's a genius. She got brainwashed so you can get brainwashed. That's what it is. Modern women cap when asked this. Modern women blame men for overweight women. I thought modern women don't like virgins. We don't need women's rights. Let's watch. This is a short. Let's watch this quick.
I want to return all of our rights. I want to go back to the kitchen.
You see,
I hate driving. Let's give it back.
Pearl needs a driver. If anybody is a driver out there, drive her around London.
Anyone want to let me go? I don't really like cleaning though. I'll be a poor housewife.
a poor housewife.
Like a bad one.
She'll do the bare minimum. If you're looking for a bare minimum housewife, there
Do
you
you know
go.
what they didn't think about? Everything's automated nowadays. If we just stuck it out,
that
back
part.
then they had to hand wash the laundry.
Yeah. Oh,
I
I
can
would have
just-
been horrible. I'd have been like, no, I'm not doing
You know
this.
what I'm saying though? Like if we just waited another 50 years, everything would have been automated. Housewife so much easier.
Yep, housewives would have been Gucci. I probably would.
I know it sounds like they're doing.
If they didn't have women's rights, I'd probably be at home with.
What are we doing? I want to return.
They do like I know it sounds like it's just a silly jokey, like the silly music, like dun, 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 dun. Girl talk. Hey, just doing a little girl talk. Don't you hate women's rights? No, they believe it though. I know they sold it like a silly joke. That's the beliefs. The beliefs is women's rights has ruined society. Let's read a couple more of these. Modern women waste money, all caps. Modern women will put you on child support. Modern women blame men for over. Okay, that's funny. That's interesting. Modern women love to play the victim. Cool auntie destroys average. Okay, don't. This is like them reviewing actually an old Kevin Samuels video, and that's 2 days ago. So this is cool auntie. This is another woman that she brings on, and by cool auntie she means conservative as fuck auntie. She's like talking about a conservative auntie who's the kind of auntie that's like, why are you married yet? You idiot. You'll die alone. That's what she's calling cool auntie. That's what this is. This is like, we have these aunties in the Indian community. We don't call them cool auntie. We call them like a psycho-conservative older auntie who's just like screaming at people. Cool auntie would be the auntie that's like, yeah, I marched with women's rights. I did this. I told my husband, you know what? Like, you know, you need to help me more in the house. That's cool auntie. That's cool auntie. Like literally, I mean, like if you're at these events and you run into this person, you don't want to talk to this auntie. Her cool auntie is just a conservative as fuck older auntie yelling at younger women to get married and shit. Anyway, they don't believe in women's rights. Women don't know what they want. Feminism lies to modern women. A key to healthy relationship: always say yes. They also think women should be more submissive. You know, some part of me as a dude, they are doing kind of propaganda for me. So part of me, I'm actually going against my own interests here. Part of me is like, thanks, ladies, preach it. One half. The other half of me knows that it is not righteous, though. You can't, this is not good teachings. I used to live in India, man. It's not good. Where if you live in a country where it's like strict, it's not good. You think it's hard to have sex here? No one's going to bang you over there. You literally, all these uncles I talked to, they were like, you know what they say to us? They're like, I know why you don't get married, because you have a girlfriend and have sex with your girlfriend. And then you can break up, change your girlfriend and have sex with new girlfriend. That's why you know. Do you think I'm stupid? Like they think it's like a gotcha. Hey, you think Uncle's stupid? You want to have sex with their two, three girlfriend? I know what you're doing. I'm like, guy, it's not like you didn't crack the code here. Yeah. Y'all got married because 20 years old and nobody could have sex with you because no women's rights. So you got married. I can't believe, listen, I loved going to a family event yesterday. I love it. But there's literally a woman who has been just had a hell of a life after she got married. She was forced into a marriage and her life has been awful in every way you could measure it. And she goes, Amish, you don't want to get married? And I'm like, what? Are you fucking crazy, lady? It's like the worst thing that ever happened to you. Anyway. Modern women love toxic relationships. Birth control changed dating forever. Guaranteed that when they, in the conversation, in a bad way. Guard your fine partner. Temptations everywhere. Watch this modern woman get red pilled. That's like a brainwash. Modern women cannot submit. Modern women cannot submit. Okay, let's get into the argument, because this really is the goddamn pettiest argument I've ever heard. The pettiest anti-abortion argument. So let's just watch it.
Do you think then that a man should have a say if a woman has an abortion or not?
No, I think once it's got to that stage and you've had unprotected sex with the person, I think.
Okay, so this whole thing's a setup. Look at how these guys are already getting frustrated. She's tiny and young, and she's probably just terrified. She knows that she's looking over. These guys are all getting mad. This whole thing's a liberal bloodbath. Okay, this is what these goddamn conservatives do, people. This is what I mean. This is some psychotic, manipulative shit that they're doing. They're making content like this. Like with Kevin Samuels, he had the women calling in. Here, this is like 6-7 people coming in, but it's always a liberal bloodbath because the main leader of the show is her. She's got a strong point of view. She's not going to let you get away with shit. She's going to like correct you with this and that. Then she always has she has 3 dudes on this side that are already mad, but she's basically saying this is like the most petty. See if you can spot the anti-abortion argument. Let's keep going.
That act and it turns into an embryo. You're beholden. It's happening.
Do you think then that a man should have a say if a woman has an abortion or not?
No, I think once it's got to that stage and you've had unprotected sex with the person, I think that act and it turns into an embryo. You're beholden. It's happening. If she says it's happening, it's happening.
The thing is,
this is a liberal bloodbath. Who has this stupid point of view? The most pettiest point of view. Oh, so if you're allowed to have an abortion, then I get to have an abortion, financial abortion. I'm not the father. I'm not paying. You get to have your abortion. Why can't I have an abortion? Yeah, well, you got to choose an abortion, so I get to choose a financial abortion. I'm abortioning myself away from the baby. You can live in poverty, and then he'll die in poverty. That's my abortion. You wanted to kill him in the womb. You're allowed to kill him in the womb. I'm allowed to kill him with poverty. You get to have an abortion. I get to have an abortion. That's what this stupid argument is. The most petty argument. Who believes this? By the way, does anyone believe this in the audience? That men should have a say if like a woman's like you should be able to tell a woman, you have to get an abortion. I'm not paying for it. I guess. Maybe I'm wrong, actually. Do people have this view? Am I crazy? Who does anyone have this view? Tell me if you have this view. Because it just seems like that's the correct thing, what the woman in the corner said. That you know what I mean? But then who thinks I'm a pussy? Am I being a pussy? I don't think I'm soft like that. I'm not soft. And I'm on top of my shit. And I'm not this petty. I'm not going to tell a girl you have to have an abortion if she wants to have the kid. But I'm also, by the way, every girl is just is just getting the morning after or condom or birth control. I just feel like the girls I've dated would not have had a kid. They're all so liberal. You know what I mean? They would have just done it. But I can't force them to do it. I wouldn't force them. But the idea that well, I said I don't want to have the kid. And then she had it. Why should I have to pay for it? I told her to do the abortion. She didn't do it. So you pay for it. I don't see it, people. Who thinks that? I now have to pay Ocho. Oh, we got people in the audience. We got some men in the audience. We got some men that have suffered at the hands of the tyrannical abortion, of the tyrannical divorce system in America. And you're pissed, I bet. Okay. If I don't want the kid and want an abortion and she goes through, Ocho Cinco says, I think it's fair. Anyone else? Jax, I will not pay for her decision. Her body, her choice, her wallet at the drip. Jax, come on, guy. Tim Ort. So Jax and Ocho Cinco are saying, this girl has a kid. You're like, later, you're not gonna help her raise this kid. You hate her that much? Don't have sex with someone you hate that much, man. Come on. You guys are having sex with people that you hate. That's the issue. You guys are banging too easy. That's the issue. Let's start having a bit of a relationship with, if we're banging someone, let's stop banging people that we hate. Jax Ocho Cinco. I'm talking to you guys. Jax Ocho Cinco. Talking to you guys. I don't care how hot she is, dude. You should have a friendly, nicer relationship with people that you're having sex with than this tit for tat petty shit. You know, even if you're hooking up with someone, do you really want to hook up with someone that it's so well, I paid for this, you have to pay for this. You want to be like, baby, I got it. And then they should be saying, baby, I got it. You want a baby, I got it relationship. You start going petty like this, because if you start saying well, you get your abortion, I should have an abortion. Then they're going to start saying, okay, well, then you have to have a period tax. They have their period every month. That is the mechanism by which we are all alive, people. if it's Ocho. Yeah, but Ocho, if she has that baby, you'll find a way, Ocho. Ocho, I know that someone who has, is that Al Sharpton? I know someone who has Al Sharpton and a kid in the photo is not going to sit there and let that baby be raised without any, like, what did the baby do? You're going to let that kid be like, fuck him. I don't care. I said, kill that thing. She didn't kill it, so I'm going to kill him with poverty and neglect. That's it. I'm Ocho Cinco. I said I'd do it. I'm Jax. So are you saying to be a father, even if you had no say in it? You did have a say. You had sex with her. You did have sex with her. But then this is where I think this is petty. And I don't think this is this obvious double standard they're making it out. Okay, we have two people here. Help her anyway if you can. If financial, sure. Emotional, absolutely. It's a tough enough thing to decide on. Drada Champ, that's what I'm saying, Drada Champ, is that this kind of thinking, let's turn on some music to just cool it. Let's cool it with some chill stuff here. This is So Long Analog by Noir et Blanc V. Right here on Brainwash Talk. Brainwash Talk with Amish Patel right here on the drip. It's getting drippy in here. Only on YouTube Live. Jax, so you're saying, I'd say help her anyway, yeah. Because at that point, you're making a kid suffer for what you two did. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know what this feels like a little bit? It's like if you start a business with someone and they fuck up their end, but you have a customer waiting on a product, right? Your business partner fucks up their end of it. You don't go back to the business. You don't go back to your customer and say, hey, man, this idiot fucked up. So sorry, dude. Yeah, you lost your money. Like, you are not going to feel good about yourself unless you get that contract done. You know what I'm saying? And that's what that baby is. It's a little contract with life, with God. No, I mean, once it's born, dude, come on. How could you not take care of a little baby? You're telling me Ocho Jax, and I think DCN is also maybe, I don't know if DC, I can't tell what DCN is, but Ocho Cinco and Jax, you're telling me when that little precious little baby is born, when that precious little darling baby is born, you're going to act like this, you're going to act like, hold on, let's get the clip back. We got to bring him back. We got to bring him back. This is basically what, can you hear that?
You'll hear people save a little baby.
This is Jackson Ocho Cinco. This is Jackson Ocho Cinco. This is what you're doing. You're being a goddamn psycho like this guy. All talk, TikTok, schmishmash. That babe is born. That beautiful little angel is born. And you're basically saying you're going to be like this guy.
Look at that little angel. But more accurate would be to say, look at that little enemy of God.
And here's what I'll say too. Look at this dumb fucking face. This is what I'll say too. I actually think we should have universal childcare, and you're going to call me a goddamn lefty, and you're going to call me a goddamn commie. Mr. Chess, you better watch your goddamn mouth, dude. Baby bad, tip good. A woman can't give birth on accident. Don't take the DNA test and don't pay child support. She should marry first before giving birth. DCN. Interesting. Okay, all said and done. Okay, fine, DCN. Fine, Mr. Chess. Fine, Ocho Cinco. Fine, Jax. That beautiful little angel's born and in this life now. You're not going to drive by the house? You're not going to say, let me see that baby. Let me see if that little beautiful little baby looks like me. It's a beautiful little angel. And then drive away real quick. You're not going to do it? And then once you see him and you're going through some hard times in life, someone else breaks your heart and you're going to say, oh, let me see my baby. You're going to be one of these guys that shows up when they're like 15 and they're like, what the fuck do you want? And you're going to be like, I made a mistake, baby. You're a child. You're a beautiful child. I didn't spend time with you. And the baby's going to be like, well, fuck off then. But no, we all look, man. This is very petty, and I will say this. I'll say this. I think there should be universal childcare because for the sake, I'm not just putting it on you. I think as a culture, we need babies, and we shouldn't shame like single moms and people who have kids out of wedlock. It should just be like we should almost look at that as like they're providing a service for the society. That's the big issue here, and then we're leaving it on the guys to pay for it. So my top choice, I just want to say this for the boys. For the boys, because always the boys team, they never believe in this. They always want to think that they want to be tough guys. They want to be capitalist guys. They want to be free market guys. And they never support this. I actually believe in universal childcare. I think it makes sense because what we're even doing right now with this whole argument is we're just saying the baby can suffer. Who cares? Who cares about the baby is what we're saying. We're saying let the baby suffer. It doesn't matter. Because I told her, because of some petty thing between you and your girl. You know what I'm saying? You and your girl, the baby's born, you put you aside, man. There is a baby now. But let's continue. Let's see how this let's see how this liberal, this conservative, anti-liberal, anti-abortion brainwash. Let's look at the mechanics of it. So far in this video, the setup has been she just pearly things, this Victorian ass, colonial ass. I can't believe she put herself in this position. She's basically in a position where she lectures black women, and then she's got all these other black guys backing her up because they're all conservative and they gang up on the other person. But this is a setup. This is a liberal setup by conservatives. They love doing this shit because they're very proactive. I said it before, I'll say it again. We got to wake up, liberals. We're playing defense. They're on a mission from God. So they're engineering their brainwashes. Let's watch a little more.
The thing is, I'm not someone who's necessarily for abortion, but the point is, you decided to have sex with a man who didn't want to have children. And so now that you're forcing him to have children, you can't then complain if he doesn't want to pay for it, is the point.
She those are two different things to me.
But the thing is, the law enforces
her not
him.
wanting it to happen. I think it should be law that he does pay.
Oh God, no.
I think it's number one government. But if government doesn't pay, forget about law. Think about God's law. That's your kid, man. Just pay for it. I mean, if you're a cold-blooded motherfucker, I guess you could just skip town and be like, fuck that. You're like, Brampton, can't go there anymore. Got 2 kids running around. Yeah, don't want to pay for that shit. So I'm just going to avoid Brampton from now on. Like then you're living like that, I guess.
What? I don't think it should be law.
Do you not think that's a little bit of a double standard?
That is madness.
The child is here.
That is mad. Look at this. It's a bloodbath. Everyone's going to rip her now.
No,
Right.
but it wasn't though.
But not if she got an abortion.
No, but so I'm not really like pro-life in that way. I
Mhm.
think you have your choices.
Mhm.
But
Interesting that they put her in the corner too. It's like they're ganging up on her in the corner too. Wait, it doesn't.
if she has decided,
You never know. They engineered this. They engineered these brainwashes.
I'm not going to have an abortion, and the child comes about, I think 2 parents are then responsible
Mhm.
for raising the child
That's
and
not
being
right.
financially capable.
It's your
Wasn't
body,
it?
your choice.
Yeah.
Yeah. But if I don't have a choice in that matter, like I'm like literally.
Well, your choice was.
No. I don't have a choice. Let's stop playing this game.
But
No,
you had a
let's stop
choice.
playing this game. I don't have a choice. I do not want that kid. I chose to have sex with you. I didn't choose to have an offspring.
And this is what happens.
You chose to have an offspring.
Yeah, but
Why-
isn't that like personal responsibility talk now? Like, shouldn't we be thinking about this in terms of personal responsibility? Hold on a second. Like, yeah, you did the first choice. I get the angle. I get the angle, and I think it's sneaky. Okay, and I know again, as a member of the boys team, I know that this is some boys propaganda. This is helping my team. Still, it is immoral. Once that child is born, you are that child's dad. You got to take care of the baby, baby. And again, number one choice, government should take care of the baby. But personal responsibility is literally the anti. I know. Okay, but Ocho. I'm talking about in this case, this is a guy who believes in personal responsibility. And he's saying, like, this is what the point that I'm making is that the people who are making the personal responsibility argument should not be making the argument that like, well, if you get to have an abortion, then I get to have an abortion. Financial abortion. Gotcha. My body, my choice. My body, my choice not to give you money. Gotcha. This is a petty argument. And it's weird because he's the one who preaches the personal responsibility. But now he's saying like, if I have sex, I didn't want to have a kid. I just want to have sex. And then you had the kid. That's not personal responsibility. Also, like, again, you got to put the petty stuff aside when the kid's coming. It's like the kid's coming then.
Why are you forcing me to have to pay for a kid that I do not want? It's not right. The same way I'm not going to tell you, get rid of that baby and get out your body, or I can't force you to get rid of that baby.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be able to force me to have to pay for a child that I do not want. It's not right. Plain and simple.
Disingenuous. It's very disingenuous to say that because you know they don't. You know they don't, because women can have sex without having children.
See this? They're all attacking one after the other. Attack. They just can't wait. They just can't get it off. They can't hold it in. You're being disingenuous. It's not disingenuous. This is life. Like I honestly, in that, like, once a kid's born, I actually do believe in personal responsibility because I just love the kids too much. Sorry.
And that we see that's happening rampantly. But yet men don't apparently have that same right.
But it's happened. So you had sex.
But that's the point. It's happened.
You paid Russian roulette with it.
So I shouldn't necessarily be.
Yeah, like I do think that's a situation where it's like, well, life's tough. This is how the system works. You shoot the load, and then it's balls in her court. Like that's how sex works. So it is just kind of life. And if we start getting petty like this and start being like, well, if you get to have abortion, then I get to have abortion, financial abortion, then it's going to become like, okay, well, then you guys have to pay for the period tax, which I think there should be a period tax, honestly, because that is the mechanism that makes us all alive, right? Is it too lefty? Is it too much lefty?
Forced to pay for it.
I think once the child comes about, you have to pay.
I guess I'm thinking of like a more utopian world. Like this is seems like such low level arguing to me, but it seems like arguing about something that it is almost like bickering with your girlfriend or boyfriend about like who paid more money. It's like, we're dating, we're having sex, and we're going to talk about like, you owe me $40, bitch. Like it's like, baby, all good. I'm saying like, that should be the vibe of anyone you're having sex with. And I'm not even talking about you have to marry everyone. Even people who are dating like 3-4 girls or 3-4 guys, there should be some cordiality to the relationship. It shouldn't be this, like, I'm just saying it's a more efficient way to live to not have this kind of mentality. Because if you're aggressive like this, then what happens is your relationships all become very adversarial. I'm trying to get something. It is like, like you owe me $40 from 2 weeks ago, and I'm not going to forget. It's like, you're dating. You're having sex. Like you're holding on to like a $40. You know what I mean? That's kind of how the place that you're taking this relationship. And you could say the relationship of all men and women in the society. People already aren't having sex. And that's where I do appreciate the efforts of these conservatives, because they do have a genuine thing of like, I want marriage to come back. I want families to, like, there is this genuine thing of like, they love happy families or something. And that is, I think, a genuine thing that they have. And they're just expressing it in these weird ways. But so I think it's nice. I just think like they're going in the opposite direction. They're actually creating resistance that's going to make men and women hate each other more. You know what I mean? Like, look at her whole channel. Her whole channel is like modern women. Like, that's the whole point of her channel, is to say modern women are stupid because of this. Modern women are stupid. I think you're going to alienate and push the culture further apart rather than bring people together. Because what you want is a more loving mentality between them. So if you start getting everyone thinking about these weird politics, it's like, listen, that's a tough decision that you'll come to with that person. There shouldn't be this petty general anger towards all women about like, you guys have double standards and you're fake. And like, it's like, just trust me, when you date the girl and you guys hook up and she gets pregnant, you'll work something out. Like if you have a cool relationship, you'll work something cool out. Even if you don't want to marry her, even if it's like, yeah, I have a baby mama. You know, that's my kid. I love my kid. I made things cool with. I made sure that we were cool. Like she wanted to have it. I didn't want to have it, but you know what? She said she wanted to, so I just kind of said, "Fuck, okay, fine. Like we're bringing a life into this world. Here's $200-300 a month. Like I gotta figure out how to get a couple $100 more a month. Maybe I'll do this. Maybe like you. That's what I think you happen. You know, God won't give you anything you can't handle, son. You just have to make the decision. I'm just saying that's a happier life and a better place to keep your relationships instead of this adversarial attitude of like, they say like, I'm pregnant. And then you're just like, better fucking get an abortion. I'm not fucking taking care of that shit. Like just, hey, you say, what do you want to do? And yeah, as a man, you should kind of have that attitude of like, I'll do whatever. Because you know what it is like they're doing the period and they are creating life. And there is something special about it. I think they should be able to get an abortion, but I also, I don't know. I don't know why you've framed this as a double standard. It's not a double standard, but where is everyone? People are pissed. I'd rather pay for some kid to be able to go to school and their single parent not have to worry about missing PTA meetings because she has to work 3 jobs. Exactly, Razio. It's really petty to now make the kids suffer because you're pissed. Ocho Cinco says, answer my question, read the chat. I don't know where the hell your question is, dude. Where is it? There's a bunch of people back here. Just type it again, dude. I'll answer it. Let's keep going.
But I think that would make sense if you made it equal. So if a woman gets to opt, like she was saying, like if a woman gets the option to opt out of motherhood, shouldn't a man have the option to opt out of fatherhood? Why does
she makes it sound so nice? It's very petty, right? You get to have an abortion, so I get to have an abortion. My body, your choice. My body, my choice.
It's only a woman get that say
because the child is here now. So okay,
because of the woman's choice.
Okay, so the woman has the choice.
Yes.
And she's gone through with it, and the child is like
6 choices. I forgot about adoption.
Yeah, there's that too. Okay, so the child is now here.
Yeah.
And the man has decided, I don't want to be a parent because I did. So then should the state pay for that child to the woman?
No, the woman should. Because she made the choice to have it when she could have had an abortion.
But then earlier on, you guys went through all of the stats of the single parent households and how that actually leads to the detriment of the child.
Yeah, so make better choices.
If it was,
so
if
the
it
child
was,
should be punished for the woman and the man's choices.
She'd still be in a single parent.
If it was up to me, it would be equal. Abortion wouldn't be legal, and the man, child support wouldn't be a thing. But I think it should be equal.
So a man can say to a woman, you should have an abortion, and then it takes place, is what you're saying.
No, there would be no child support either. So she's saying if it was up to her, she would, like, this is how radical the girl is. You know, you always get it. It's like if I went to Fox News. That's what she's doing. Fucking brilliant. Listen, respect the game. This is liberal. This is a liberal bloodbath. This is how every episode is set up. All of them against one. She has different characters. This is Sarah Garvey, who looks kind of intimidating. But yeah, I mean, he's like a conservative commentator. So they are like kind of aggressive and angry, seems like. And then, so he's got him. He's got cool auntie. This guy's going to do a rip. This guy's clear. Like, am I crazy? Is every guy in here going to say like, yeah, we should be able to get the opt out? Is every guy in here saying this? Did you retype the question, dude? Sorry, one sec. Which woman? Oh, which some woman would actually consider a. Okay, no, don't. If a girl told me she was on birth control while she wasn't, and I now inside, and now she's pregnant, which some women would. Here's what I'm saying, guys. The relationship is too adversarial in your mind, and you will manifest in this life like just angry, negative relationships. I'm telling you, man, guys who think like this, they're just bitter and angry all the time because they're always thinking like the girl's going to get them. And then they almost project that into the relationship. Because think about, you should be having a loving relationship with someone. And if you start a relationship, even if you're just hooking up, if there's this bitterness that projects out and your bitterness is creating all this negativity and this problem. If you had the attitude of like, look, I mean, you got to just have the respect, like, simping aside, white knight, don't say white knight, don't say cuck, okay? No cuck here. This is really a conservative value, what I'm saying. Is like, there should be some respect that she's the one who is passing on life. You know what I'm saying? And they have their periods and it's happening inside of them. I don't know. I don't want to be so like, hey man, equal. Sorry, you had your abortion, so I'm going to get to have my abortion. I just don't. I honestly don't see it. But tell me if you guys, I see Ocho Cinco does not agree. And I don't, can you just retype your question real quick, Ocho? Ali, your answer is silly. Let's leave the real world, LMAO. Who's Ali? Wait, AII. No. Look up Stealthing Super Gamer. Look up, bro, we are living in reality, or are we living in reality or fantasy world? Well, here's the thing, right? I know when I say things like manifest, let me put on some music. Let me just cool it for 1 second. Let's just cool it down, people. Let's just cool it. And yeah, listen to that. That's called True Art, Real Affection, Part 4 by Noir et Blanc V. Noir et Blanc V. Right here on Brainwash. Brainwash? Wait, what is it? You're listening to Brainwash Talk with Amish Patel right here on the drip. Drip, 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 drip. It's fucking drippy in here. Right, live on YouTube. Ocho, yes, this is literally what I said. Literally. Okay, but Super Gamer 5, she can say she's on the pill. If she's not on the pill, she's manipulated you into having sex with her. That should be an offense. I guess it's just like, who are these girls, man? Every girl I date has like a good job. That's the problem. I just don't know these, like, I just want to be pregnant. Like, I don't know these girls. Maybe I don't meet them enough. Actually, I'll tell you a true story. One time this girl came over to my house. You know what I am? I think I'm just a very careful because I'm a Patel and I have a lot of sex shame anyway. So I'm very careful. So if I see little red flags, I'm like, nope, bye. No, I'll wear the condom. Right? Decian, that's on you, baby. You got to control your nut, watch your nut, Decian. I'm not even saying don't have sex with a girl if she's a bit of a, I just want someone's semen in me. I just want to be pregnant. And I have your baby. Like, you're talking about like someone's going like that. Listen, guys, this is what I mean. Is like let's not play a low game, right? Let's aim for abundance. Let's think about like the best game we could play here. You know what I'm saying? Because I think it is a thing, simulation, whatever. So I guess it's like, I don't know, man. I guess it's just been so long since I've like really despised someone that I had sex with, and I guess you guys are younger and maybe you're still having sex with people you don't like still. And maybe that's the issue. I think by the time I hit like 30, I stopped having, I only have sex with people that are like cool and fun. And if they're red flaggy anything, like, yeah, I'll do it, but get the condom then. You got to get the condom then. Right? And be careful with it. Watch that nut. Control it. Watch it. Get it out. Some of these guys, they talk about how women will just take it out of a condom and put it in. That's what this whole channel is, actually. This channel, this is what I mean about the Black Manosphere. They bring up these stories of women that are like, this woman, she got the condom out of the garbage and put it back in. And the guy's not even like rich or anything. He's just like a regular guy. And you're like, what? Like, what kooky outlier story is this? You know what I mean? Like, this is outlier stories. You in real life should be able to watch it. Then wear a condom or don't have sex with randoms. I'm talking about, okay, if they're randoms, like, look, get to know someone a little bit before having sex. Maybe I believe in that a little bit. Like, make sure you do a couple of cool things. I do believe in like doing an activity before sex, actually. Yeah. I'm such an old man like that. This girl ripped me for being an old man. She's like, just fucking fuck you, loser. You have to do an activity every time. And I'm like, look, I've been in these relationships where you just go have sex, leave, go have sex, leave. I don't like it. The girl feels weird about it. It should be a loving experience all around. You know what I'm saying? And then the daytime activity becomes almost like a foreplay. And I don't even believe in marriage like that or like having kids. Like I honestly think like the best relationships are where you have like some emotional chemistry and connection that goes beyond just pounding. But let's just say you got a real pounder, okay? And by that I mean like someone that's just like down DTF, complete psycho, like, you know, whatever. Fine. Use a condom, I guess. Yeah, use a condom, watch it. Watch that nut. Because, yeah, I get it. I get it. It's hard to say no. You still want to do it as a man. I have empathy. I understand your views here. But, yeah, it seems, okay, you know what it is? It seems like a made up flashpoint for a culture war. That's actually my bigger issue with it. It's like a lot of these right-wing clips. It's like, who are these girls? Like, who is this happening so much that we got to look out for it? Or like, isn't it obvious when someone's going to do something like that? Like, who are we? Like, is it happening that much? Right? So it's, you know, Bolt says it all makes sense now. I mean, he's a loving kindness group because his lady friends tell him, just have specs, you fun boozy. Just have specs, you fun boozy. Yeah, I mean, look, the first part of this makes sense. It is a loving kindness mentality. You should have a loving kindness mentality. And even if it's like just hooking up, just like a booty call, like, I don't know. You're going to talk for 20 minutes. You know what I mean? You want to like tease it a bit. You don't want to just like open the door. I remember this gay guy was saying that Grindr was like that. Like he would go on Grindr and he was like, it's too much. Like we wouldn't even say a word to each other. Like we'd match, it'd be like, yeah, I'm at this address, come in the door. And then you wouldn't even get out of bed. And then they'd come in and you'd be like, just come in the room. And they come in the room and you bang each other. And then they wouldn't even say a word and leave. And you're like, this is not healthy. Ocho, can you retype your question? I never got your old question. Let's continue a little more of this.
No, I'm saying I don't believe in abortion. If it was up to me, I wouldn't have it. But since it's legal, I mean, I think.
Didn't she just say she doesn't believe in abortion and she also doesn't believe in child support?
The child should be punished for the woman and the man's choices.
She'd still be in a single parent.
If it was up to me, it would be equal. Abortion wouldn't be legal, and the man. Well, child support wouldn't be a thing. But I think it should be equal.
So a man can say to a woman, "You should have an abortion."
I am into casual sex. Jax, we have different opinions of what casual sex is. I'm saying your casual sex should still be loving. You can have loving casual sex. You can have like a romantic connection with someone. Man, I remember these guys were like hooking up for a while and they even went to meet each other's parents. So white. They were like, we can never date, but we've been booty calls for like 2 years. I said, meet my dad. And they met the parents. No, I like that. I'm saying, see, you're saying that like, just because I'm not advocating for an adversarial relationship, I'm saying that you have to get married and have kids. That's not what I'm saying. Have casual, but like joyfully casual relationships. Don't get into these situations where it's this adversarial thing of like, if you get pregnant, I'm not paying for it, and this and that, and like, it's a bad vibe. I feel like for your life. My ex met my parents, and if I had a kid with her, my life would be over. Ocho, I don't know if your life would be over. You'd have a little bundle of joy running around. He could be just cute and just figure it out. She is one of those pick-me girls. She is not like the other girls. She wants to be barefoot, pregnant, and at the feet of her man. Ocho Cinco says, bro, I'm sorry, but you are a simp. You have respect! Oh, I'm a simp because, well, if taking care of my child makes me a simp, then call me a simp, Ochi.
And then it takes place, is what you're saying.
No, I'm saying I don't believe in abortion. If it was up to me, I wouldn't have it. But since it's legal, I mean, I think
child is now here.
Yeah.
And the man has decided, I don't want to be a parent because I did. So then should the state pay for that child?
See, that's where I'd say number one choice is the state. Yeah, because we're punishing children for the parents being... This whole talk, like, we're not even talking about the child. There's a new life here. We're not even talking about it. So yeah, like that kid is going to is going to have issues maybe. I mean, if they're poor, look, I think single parents can do a great job, but if you're poor and a single parent, that's a grind. And you could be condemning the kid to suffering. Statistically, that's what they say. So I do think the state should, and the whole country should have a more respectful attitude to single moms, because it's like, simper dimper pimp, dude. I don't care. This is where life comes from. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not simp enough to get married and shit. But also I do have to recognize that like the life comes from them. They can make that ultimate decision. It might seem like an unfairity, but it's like just you got to take it up with God. You know, it's unfair that they have their period every month. Talk to God.
No, the woman should, because she made the choice to have it when she could have had an abortion.
But then earlier on, so the child is now here.
Yeah.
And the man has decided, I don't want to be a parent because I did. So then should the state pay for that child to the woman?
No, the woman should, because she made the choice.
See, it's like they don't even believe in the state. This is such right-wing propaganda. Always do it. Liberal bloodbath. This is what she does. I thought Arnab Goswami was bad. There's a guy in India named Arnab Goswami, and he does this technique too. But he'll have like 16 on 16, and he'll have like 8 on 8, whatever. Let's go latest debate. Let's not go latest debate. Let's go debate. It's like he does. Let's go Arnab Goswami debate. Let's see this, people. This is a brainwasher too. You got to watch these conservatives, man. They brainwash so hard. This guy does it too. Debate, okay? This is his debate channel. Okay, so let's see his debates. Okay, Arnab Goswami on the debate. The volume's jacked up too. Yes.
From the Delhi studios of Republic TV, it's time for the debate.
Yes. It's time to rip, dude. I need an intro like this. Wake up, people. Wake up, liberal. This is who you're up against. Yes, dude. Let's see that point again. Let's see it again. Yes. Fucking rips, dude. Rips, dude. This is who you're up against, liberals. This is who you're up against. These guys play dirty, man. Watch.
The Debate at 10, presented by GeoMart, powered by Reva University and Greenply.
Hello and welcome. I am Aishwarya Kapoor and you're watching The Debate at 10.
This guy just yelled. They yell. You have to yell on the show.
Viewers, the fight between the Delhi Chief Minister, or should I say the AAP government, ever since Arvind Kejriwal became the Chief Minister, and the LG, which the AAP claims is the central government.
So here's the thing, okay? This much. So this is the debate leader. Arnab, this guy's a sit-in for Arnab Goswami. Arnab Goswami owns the network and he made the debate format. So this is the debate format. Okay. 1 hour show. I can tell you the whole thing. First, off the top, 5 to 10 minute rip. Like this. Yelling, rip. They rip it off the top and that's it. So basically the show's called Debate. They have a debate. They usually get like 8 on 8. So they'll get 16 people on. But here's the thing. The guy hosting the debate is fighting for one side of the debate. This is a conservative brainwash. This is a conservative brainwash. This is what they do on Fox News too. They hide it a little better. With just Pearly things, she hides a little better, but she's doing this. Watch this. This is like the first 8 minutes. He's
now
arguing for it.
An age-long battle. The 3-time.
Then here, he'll do a video montage saying the same thing. So it's like there's a debate. There's 2 sides to the debate. the host of the debate is on one side. He does a 10-minute rip trying to prove his own side. Then he does like a little montage video. Let's see the montage video.
Fight. You ate my lunch, I leave. CM says LG, LG says CM. Let's debate, but first this package, please. The special report. All-out war once again between the Aam Aadmi Party and the BJP, with the Aam Aadmi Party chief and Delhi chief minister coming out and doing a press conference right after LG recommending a CBI inquiry into the liquor policy. Yes, you are hearing us right, viewers, into the liquor policy. Arvind Kejriwal comes out and says that it's an attempt to arrest the Delhi deputy chief minister.
जेल से हमें डर नहीं लगता. तुम लोग सावरकर की औलाद हो, जिसने अंग्रेजों से माफी मांगी थी.
Wow. That's a rip, dude. He's basically calling all his enemies pussies. He's like, all you pussies who apologize to the British. That's what he's saying. Wow, what a rip, dude. This is a good fight.
Comes out and says that it's an attempt to arrest the Delhi deputy chief minister.
जेल से हमें डर नहीं लगता.
He's like, I'm not afraid of jail.
तुम लोग सावरकर की औलाद हो.
I'm scared of the children of Savarkar. Who?
जिसने अंग्रेजों से माफी मांगी थी.
Apologize to the British. So he's ripping their whole family. He's saying the Sarvarkars bowed to the British. Weak. That's what he's saying.
हम लोग भगत सिंह की औलाद हैं. हम भगत.
Oh, we believe in Bhagat Singh. So I think this is Bhagat Singh right here. This is another J. Chandrasekhar. No, Subhash Chandra Bose or something. J. Chandrasekhar. I think that's a filmmaker in America. I think this is another Indian political leader, but this guy did the rips. He was like Malcolm X in India. So he's saying, I'm not like you Sarvarkars who've bowed to the British pussies. I'm a fan of Bhagat Singh.
भगत सिंह को अपना आदर्श मानते हैं.
The BJP, in a scathing counter, demanded answers from him.
Who, on the charges of money laundering, other ministers' name is cropping up in excise related.
Anyway, you do that.
And also, Aam Aadmi Party sources claiming that just few days ago there was a similar meeting in which the LG is skipped.
But whose side are the facts on? Let's debate.
Well, yes, let's debate. As I said, I have the national spokesperson of the BJP.
So he starts on a 2-on-2. They do various systems. 2-on-2. Sometimes they'll do 8-on-8. There's 8 people total, but they're on the 2-on-2 screen. Round 1 is a 2-on-2.
The chief spokesperson of the Aam Aadmi Party, Saurabh Bharadwaj, joining in live. I have political analyst PKD Nambiar and Dr. Piyush Joshi joining in from Indore. I'm starting with you, Saurabh Bharadwaj and Shahzad. Saurabh, please tell me. Saurabh, what's happening? Because I'll tell you what happened today, Saurabh, is that the LG, the Delhi's Lieutenant Governor Vinay Kumar Saxena, today recommended an investigation by the probe agency CBI into...
He's on one side.
Arvind Kejriwal.
This is a complicated one. Let's go here and watch. It should be building up by here. Here, this is where it gets heated. They always build up to a climax.
This policy has many basic... What I am being told, Saurabh, that this policy has flouted norms at so many different levels.
Which norms?
Why are you not accepting that if something wrong has happened, say you are a party with a difference? Say yes, Aishwarya. Say Saurabh.
Therefore, your revenue will increase. That is not rocket science. The revenue should have increased much more, but it was less. You could have earned 100 rupee profit. You own only 50 rupee. It's a loss to the exchequer, and that is corruption under POCA. Secondly, I am asking specific question of my dear brother Saurabh ji.
So this guy is with the BJPs. This is a BJP Hindu Nationalist guy, and then this guy's the other team.
8/11/2021. How was the foreign liquor given 50 rupee per case discount relaxation without consulting competent authority?
Giving more money to the private vendors or the private...
Court has taken this decision. Mr. Joshi, you write doctor in front of your name, Dr. Piyush Joshi. It's the court. Please hold on. Please don't comment on courts. Hold on. Dr. Piyush Joshi. Dr. Piyush Joshi. Dr. Piyush Joshi. Till the point of time you were raising questions about the agencies, I was still listening.
This policy,
in fact, that also shouldn't happen. PKD Nambiar. Saurabh, I'm coming. Hold on. PKD Nambiar. Relax. PKD Nambiar. Yeah.
Actually, I want to put a complaint that don't invite.
That's okay, Nambiar. I came to you late today. I understand.
This is not the way to treat a guest, and I don't get fascinated or coming on television. And let me tell you. But I am coming to the topic. Topic very clearly. That today, this I have debated with the Saurabh maybe so many times. I have never seen Saurabh Bharadwaj to be such a defensive situation ever in the last 4 or 5 years.
They get him jacked up and then they rip him, basically. But this is the system. This is a brainwash system, basically. They bring them in. They're like, look, we got your people. They straw man them. They rip them. The guy hosting the show is on one team. That's the vibe I get from this show. Hold on.
Choice to have it when she could have had an abortion.
But then earlier on, you guys went through all of the stats of the single parent households and how that actually leads to the detriment of the child.
Yeah, so
if it was
so
if
the
it
child
was,
should be punished for the woman and the man's choices.
She'd still be in a single parent.
if it was up to me, it would be equal. Abortion wouldn't be legal, and the man, well, I don't. Child support wouldn't be a thing. But
child support wouldn't be a thing too. This is weird. She really is. You know what? That's where I am to her. I'm like, she's working for the boys. She's working for the boy team. But it is like a bit of a hustle. And it's so weird. Like very Kevin Samuels. She just rips all these women.
I think it should be equal.
So a man can say to a woman, you should have an abortion, and then it takes place, is what you're saying.
No, I'm saying I don't believe in abortion. If it was up to me, I wouldn't have it. But since it's legal, I mean, I think and that's not going to change anytime soon. It's already legal. I'm saying it should be equal. So a man should be able to financially opt out of a child if a woman can opt out of being a mother.
Okay.
To make it equal.
Okay. So that, and you're saying that solely then, if
honestly, this is what I mean by liberal bloodbath. Like I think this woman, just like me, we're hearing this for the first time. I've never heard this. Tell me if you've heard this in the audience. I mean, obviously, Ocho just jumped on one side, obviously, right away. Bunch of you were on one side. This seems like a lot.
If it's the woman that's saying, I'm going to have the child, all of the financial responsibility should just go on her.
Yeah.
Yes.
And the state shouldn't get involved to help.
Yes, because she had 6 options. Because even if she has the kid, she can still give it up for adoption. I'll give you a story. My mom was 17. She got pregnant by my dad, right? And they didn't have money. They're in college, and they gave that kid up for adoption. And he's like 30. He's married now. He has his whole life ahead of him. And so he was raised in a 2-parent household. And so I'm saying, why can't she do that?
Okay. I fundamentally don't agree with that. I think that when the child is here, that both parents should be
right. So I'm saying she could find a family to do it with 2
adoption
parents.
Also isn't. It's like you give these things like there isn't any emotional ramifications.
There
for doing
was.
that.
It was a really tough decision for my mom.
Yeah,
like, I'm saying it was really
they don't want to do that.
Right. But I'm saying that's selfish.
Don't you think
But one thing I said,
your dad didn't want you.
You've brought your anecdote into this, but when you look at the care system of how many people in the UK care system go to prison, it is doing red or black. That I don't think adoption is viable.
You don't have to do adoption, but what you can do is pick a better man to make a kid with, or go on birth control. I'm saying there's 6.
Such a goody two shoes, though. Right? Can we just say that? It is these conservative nerds, people, and this is what I mean, man. Liberals playing defense. Conservatives on a mission from God.
Layers.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I'm saying I'm not saying it has to be adoption. I'm saying you had choice. And choice. So why can't a man financially opt out of being a father?
But because I think all of those choices that the woman can go through are...
Man, they just love her, eh? She just is defending the men's. How, like, just as a woman, this has got to be so annoying. Who's on her team on this? I think it's ridiculous. I think it's petty and ridiculous. She is acting like so high and mighty and judging another person. Be like, why can't you just do it? You should have gotten married. And if you didn't get married, then you do this. And if you didn't do that, well, then you should have done this and give it up for adoption. Yeah, dude, the kid could get fucked up. Maybe the mom wants to take care of the child that she's going to make.
Are not the same as the financial burden.
No, I hear that.
I think they're very different.
You were talking about the ramifications of, putting a child in adoption. But again, you're not considering the ramifications of growing up knowing your dad didn't want you.
Yeah.
That can destroy a man.
Yeah, that's true.
100%. Because you're the child's here now, but this is not Amazon Prime, bro. It takes 9.5 months for the youth to come or something like that. Do you know what I mean? It's not like the youth just turns up, the payment comes out and then It don't happen
so,
like
so
that.
should the man not get his head around that I'm having a child?
No, I'm not getting my head around anything. If I tell you, like, at the time, if we find out that you're pregnant and I say, yo, like, you know what I'm saying, I'm not ready to be a dad, I don't want to be a dad, maybe financially I don't think I can do it, mentally I'm not in the right space, and you tell me, nah, we're having a baby, it's my body, my choice, but then man can say, yo, well, it's my money, my choice.
And no, just that if you have
know
one
what I'm
night
saying?
stand, you know that guy probably doesn't want to be a dad. You know that straight away.
You know, that's actually been the most reasonable. Like, that is pretty reasonable, actually, I guess. Like, if you have the chance to be like, I don't want to do it. But it's something that you just got to work out with her. Like, you got to convince her of that. It's like, you got to be like, I don't want to do it. I don't think I'm ready right now. But then again, if she has the kid, I just think you'd figure it out. I think you guys are all talk. And if you made a baby, you'd go take care of the baby. You'd be driving by the house. You'd break down in 6 months and be like, I just want to see that baby. Oh, let me see my little angel. I'll give you the money. That's, I think, what you do because you're nice people. And especially if she's struggling financially, I just think you'd come back and help. Like, as much, that is the most well laid out argument, I guess. It's like, I get it. Like, yeah, I've been there, and it could, as much as we even say that it ruins a woman's life or changes a woman's life, it changes a guy's life too. So if he says, can you please not? Yeah, like maybe she shouldn't, or maybe she should like work with him on that a little bit. But yeah, I don't know, man. Once the kid's born, and then what are you going to do? You're just going to leave the kid hanging? That's my attitude. Pearl had a brother self-terminate and derives a lot of her empathy for men from the silent battles her brother's father went through. Self-terminate. She had a brother self-terminate? You mean like killed himself? Make Zemzem? Is that what you mean? Yeah, no, look, let's do our due diligence and have compassion for this conservative, this conservative propagandist, which is what it is. But let's have compassion and say, like, yeah, she does have 5 brothers. She's worried about them in the dating market. She wants to get them all married and set up. And that's what these women, that's what girls do, I guess, very nurture, like very motherly. It's just, again, I think the better thing, instead of teaching your brothers, like, better watch out, these girls are treacherous, these modern women, they're fucked up, they're this and that, then you're putting all this stuff in the kid's head. Then the kid goes out to the dating market with this bitter attitude. Honestly, like, you'd be surprised how much I feel like most women are willing to work with you if you have a more generous spirit and it's not just about my money, your money. You know what I mean? Because they even talk a lot about like women just want guys with money. And it's like, it hasn't been my experience. There's so many hot girls who have full-time jobs and they're lonely. And if you're cool and you're having sex, what's $10,000 a year? We're in love, baby. That's always been my experience. I feel like the guys ruin it a lot of times too. But you got to be on top of your shit. Like, I mean, you can't be a complete, like, just living off them. But I mean, I've seen that too. Honestly, you can live off girls too. The same nurturing instinct that makes them nurturing and make kids or whatever, they will nurture you with having no money. They'll be like, oh, it's okay, baby. I'll pay for it. I'll do this for you. Like, you can use it, but not if you have this attitude. If you're stanky banky like these people and you're like, well, you get to have an abortion, so I get to have an abortion. If you have views like that, then you almost are projecting and telling the girl that, like, I don't really believe in love like that. I don't really believe, like, I don't really care. So you're almost projecting into this relationship, this kind of tit for tat, like adversarial relationship with them. So you're almost, I honestly think that. I know as much as Ocho Cinco saying is that I'm living in a fantasy world, whatever. Carl Brightman. I said that both sides feel they need to prove the other wrong, but proof in terms of the subject they are arguing about is so subjective and based on emotion, experience, etc. Exactly, Carl. So I think what's happening here is that this bitter view on it, like, because it is so subjective. This is what I mean. This is what I'm saying, manifesting and like projecting. It's like, because this is such an emotional, subjective thing, a relationship with a girl that's going to have a kid, it is so emotional and subjective that if you come in constantly fearing that, constantly filling your head with lack and limitation and having a tit for tat mentality and not having a generous spirit and not being generous with your love, then you're basically projecting and creating a relationship with the girl, because they kind of do, like, and not only they, like guys too, we follow each other's, like, it's a relationship, right? So you're following each other's things. So if you're coming in with this adversarial negative attitude, She might just have the kid to be like, fuck you. Now you're on the hook, piece of shit. Some people do that. Like the girl will be like, I'm having the kid and then I want you to pay for it. And I want you in my life for the rest of my life. And I'm going to take you to court every 6 months. Like it happens. Like guys do it, girls do it. Like people don't, like they'll divorce. They won't leave the person alone. But I've seen that happen to guys. And I'm like, you kind of projected this / you know, I thought she was a psycho from day one. And you just ignored all the weird red flags. And now you're in this situation where you're stuck with her. It's like, you should have seen it. And also you projected some of it. Sorry. All of these cases, I remember this guy, David, this writer was on Joe Rogan. Let's put on the music for a second. This is a heavy topic and we need to take some breaks. That's nice. This is a Blue Dream by Cheel. While you listen to Brainwash Talk right here on the drip. Drip, 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 drip. It's getting drippy in here. Only on YouTube Live, Sundays. Spiritual discussion. Super Gamer 5. Logic in this context is meaningless. Well, Super Gamer 5, it's almost like, you know what they've done is that and there's so many conservatives do this. They just make these like it is like they just find any way to make their argument, and they'll even say like facts. It's facts. Facts don't care about your feelings. But this is a situation where it's like the other person said. It's so subjective and it's so emotional that there's not facts on this. This is more of a vibe thing. You got to come in. This is a heart thing. It's not a mind thing. You got to come in with your heart. You got to feel this situation out. And also, yeah, like with the girls, it's like, you got to come into the relationship. Oh, sorry, I just farted. I just leaned over to do a hard rip. You know when you do that? Because do you ever feel like you might blow the fart back in and it could cause like a damage? So I just lean over. Let it out like that. Anyway, that's fine. Ocho, here's the thing. There's equal, right? But then there is like, here's the thing that we're not even including in this conversation. We are all like, life is their department. They create life, which is one of the most valuable things that we do. And I think we are in a capitalist culture that doesn't really respect birth giving. And then we wonder why, like, oh, we got to let immigrants in. Like these conservatives that don't want to let immigrants in also don't want to pay for universal childcare. And it's like, look, you got to do one or the other. Also, you want to have a capitalist society where it's becoming impossible to have a kid. Like this is becoming like very expensive to have a kid. And it's like, you can't have all the things. You gotta let, you know, whatever. And then, anyway, the point on that is what point was I trying to make on that? Yeah. Like, I guess the point I'm trying to make on that is that, like, yes, we're equal, but there is one very clear biological difference, and that is that and it's a very important logistical difference between men and women. They have the ability to make children. That includes period. That includes like menopause, type of shit, whatever. That includes like, and then so we are, the mechanism that makes us alive is part of their system. That there's a whole cost of that as a society, we're like, not my problem, bitch. That's basically how it is. Like if you go to, even in a corporation, if you go to work and you tell your boss I'm having a baby, they're just like, fucking shit. Train this bitch. Like that, you know, business, I get it. I get it. It's capitalist. But basically we're in a society that doesn't want to give any value to childbearing. And then we wonder why there's a population decline, economic, demographic collapse. It's like, we don't really respect this process. So that's what I'm saying, where it's like, that's why I know it sounds simpy to a lot of you. Amish is a simp. Amish is a cock. But I feel like they are going through a lot of shit that we as a society are already being like, stop complaining. That's your problem, not my problem. So, and that is the mechanism that makes us alive. You know what I'm saying? And we're saying, hey, be a professional, do your job, and don't wah about your woman's issues. And it's like, that's what makes you alive, right? So it's like, there should be some, that's why I think universal childcare, I know you're going to say lefty this, lefty that, but universal childcare, I think that makes sense, right? Because it's like all of our policies are about bickering between the man and the woman and not just kind of saying, okay, there's a kid here now, let's take care of this kid.
But then you going to still force him to, you don't even know his situation and whether he's financially stable, whether he's in the right mental state to have a child.
How is that morally right though?
You're giving me like loads of, and I'm saying, it's blanket. Once the child
No, but
is
how
here,
is that
both
morally right
parents-
though? Because like
I'm not talking about morals.
No, but
I'm talking about, so the moral implication would be
Well, no, but
that your
before-
offspring is here.
no, but
By the way, is she triggered? That I don't like that either. I think with this liberal bloodbath situation, they got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on 1. 5 on 1, and one of them's the host. Well, this guy kind of made a point for the other side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, but he's mostly on the other guy's side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This one's not saying a word. Did she get triggered? I think she's holding her ground pretty well. I mean, what else do you want? These guys are like, what do they want out of her? Like, they want her to submit and say, like, yes, you're right. Like, they want this to be red pill. That's what they're planning, I guess, is they want her to submit and be like, you're right. I'm a hypocrite. And then they'd be like, she got red pilled. But because she didn't agree, and you got to make, that's where just pearly things, banger clickbait. But I'm sorry, I'm going to have to dislike it. Sorry.
You said
I don't disagree.
You said before
That's all
that
it is.
when the man is has to be held accountable for taking part in having sex,
Yeah.
morally he should be there to look after his kid as someone who participated in the making of that
creation
child.
of this child, yeah.
So then how can you then morally say that, oh, my morals are correct in saying I'm going to force this man to have to be a father though he doesn't want to be a father? Like how is one
Because
pin against other?
the child is going to be here now, and I think as a man, and you have your child.
No, but what about you as a woman?
Should, well, I would not do that.
No,
but for other women, if I'm
Okay.
going to advocate for other women in that position, they may have all of their emotional isms as to why they don't want to.
Excuses.
It may be a moral issue for them. They're like, I can't have an abortion. This is my child. I have to go through with this. This is where we are.
I don't see the triggered, by the way. You don't have to say she got triggered. All caps, she got triggered. Come on. She's holding her ground, making a good argument.
I think as a man, if your offspring is here, you should pay for that child.
I understand what you're saying because I don't necessarily agree with abortion. I'm just saying to you, the moment you decide to disregard all the 6 different options you have and say you're having this child, I should be able to say, well, that's fine, but I'm not
men
paying.
do that all the time. You can.
How so?
I'm talking about from my point of view, legally, you should pay.
But I don't understand. What do you mean men do that all the time?
They don't pay for their kids. It's not.
That's true too. I know so many guys who just don't pay for the kid. That's the thing. If you don't got the money, they can't make you pay the money. What are they going to, in Canada? They don't do shit. Dude, I know so many people. I know a lot of men complain now about the divorce courts are tyrannical to the men, but but then in real life, I know a lot of guys I know a lot of women who lost money in the divorce, and I know a lot of guys who are just like, I didn't pay. For a bunch of time, they just didn't pay. Amish is triggered. Shut up. Prove to me why the 2 instances are different. Because the child is born. Because the baby. You're a beautiful prince, Ocho. Ocho, when that little prince or princess is 2 years old, 3 years old, that's the difference, man. You're gonna go see it. Ocho, I know that someone who has Al Sharpton on his thumbnail photo on YouTube. I know that someone who has Al Sharpton on his thumbnail on YouTube. Now you get that girl pregnant. That kid's 2 years old. You go through some hard rough patch. You're not gonna go back and say, baby, I need this baby in my life. That's the difference. There's a baby here now. Also, you're being petty.
But the law is still in place to force me to do it.
I think the law.
Listen, if I'm being totally moral, okay, separate from a legal thing, so legally, I think the state should pay for it. I think, we got to get over this thing of like, oh, it's socialism. It's like, it's a baby now. They're born, pay for it. But I think it is a bit of a dick move on the girl, maybe, to like have the kid with the guy saying, I don't want to take care of the kid. And the girl has the kid and says you like to sue him and take him to court. I think that's a bit of a dick move, maybe. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, but I think it's also a dick move for the guy not to pay too. That's the thing. But yeah, it should be like a together. But this is what I'm saying, Ocho, and everyone who's disagreeing with this. This is what I'm saying is that you are projecting this problem into a relationship. If you didn't have this mentality and you go in chill about it, not a doormat, but like, not so tit for tat. I do this for you. You do this for me. You have to be submissive. Like if you're just going chill and the sex is good and you're pounding it good and it's chill and you have a fun relationship, whatever. Then see, now Ocho's doing all caps, clearly triggered. What I'm saying is though, if you're chill going, see, if you're like a psycho like Ocho going into the relationship, then the girl's gonna be like, I'm having the kid, fuck you, you gotta pay for it. But I'm saying if you're chill and you go into the relationship, chill vibe, silly vibe, like fun, whatever, she'll probably work with you. She'll probably, yeah, no, and Ocho, this is 100% a vibes thing, Ocho. This is about vibes, man. Sorry. It really is. I mean, we're talking about love and falling in love and making life. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's it. I don't know. Coffee can't save you, Tim. Coffee can't save you. Nobody can save you. It is about vibes. I mean, it's an emotional thing, right? This is the problem. It's not for the heart. It's not for the mind. It's for the heart. It's a heart issue.
Law is correct in this instance.
I'm saying there's a difference between more like if
how is she triggered though? She's doing good. She's not even breathing heavy. She's good for like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.5 on one liberal bloodbath. This is not bad. Don't say she got triggered.
my brother
Ocho's more triggered with his all caps.
Got a girl pregnant, I think he should take care of the kid morally, but I think there's a difference between that and putting a gun to a guy's head and saying you must pay for the child.
Well, nobody has a gun to their head.
Well, I mean, sort of legally, you can go to jail for not paying child support.
Even if you actually don't have the money to pay, you can still go to prison.
But yeah,
in America, yeah, I guess so. In America, they put them in jail. I don't agree with that either. I don't agree with that. Come on. I don't agree with that. You can't put them in jail. In Canada, you don't go to jail. Nothing happens in Canada. You know what happens in Canada? It's such a hassle for the girl that the girl just leaves it. I swear to God, I've seen it. That's 90% of what women do. They don't get the child support because they take care of the baby. They don't get the child support. And then they're just like, who cares? I know so many girls this has happened to.
Not over here, you can't.
Okay,
you know,
but it's still in the West, in the Western world.
Yes,
which
if
is,
you, but you only will go to prison if you do have the means and you haven't paid.
No, even if you don't have means, you will still go to prison.
In America.
Yeah, in America.
So over here, I have numerous friends. They have not received a penny from their baby fathers. They have decided that they're not going to pay. I think that you should pay.
Yeah,
and you should want to pay as a man.
The whole.
Yeah, I don't think they should go to jail. Is that okay, Ochi? Is that okay? I just think it should be. It's almost like a societal moral, again, a vibes thing. So I'm not saying put the guy in jail for not paying child support either. That is crazy. That is crazy. It should be number one, state pays for it. Number two, some recourse, some like counseling with the dude to be like, hey, do you have money? You should pay it. If the guy goes, I don't have any money, yeah, you got to let it go. I mean, that's 90% of the time what happens. But I guess in America, they put him in jail.
Point is that legally, like, I don't think legally, if women legally have the choice to not be a mother, I think men should legally have the choice not to be a father.
Yeah, I disagree.
I don't really agree with women not being able to have, I don't really agree with women having the choice to not be a mother. But I'm just saying, if they're going to do that, it should be equal.
Yeah.
Weird argument. I think it's weird. Modern women get triggered by, holy shit, it's our baby, my money. They hate women. So many.
I have seen on this podcast and just in my data.
I don't know. Should we do another one? Is this too much? Should we go to something else? Should we go to something else? Is it too much? It's too divisive. Let's leave it. Let's not do another one. Clearly, we're not, but I'm giving it. I'm not going to give it the dislike. Listen, you know what I'll say about these people? They do care about the culture. They do care about the community. She does have 5 brothers. She wants to see them get married and be happy and be in good relationships. I get it. It is like ultimately like a good, nice thing. But yeah. Empress Lane, lowering vibrations. What's up? Fact are crazy. The drip. You haven't addressed the format. They are just sitting in a circle and 80% isn't talking. Empress Lane, I haven't addressed the format. 80% isn't talking. I mean, well, you can only have one person talking at a time, right? Like, I mean, what do you want them all talk? I guess only one person didn't talk. The girl is the only one who didn't talk. Everyone else talked. Everyone else showed disdain for her point of view. It's really like a 5-on-1. It's a 6-on-1 debate. I guess the girl didn't say anything. Yeah. All right, but thanks for that's great. That's good. Let's go to the communist. You want to do communist? Why don't we clean the palette with a communist, with a nice communist cult leader? There's a good. You know what? You guys will like that. You guys will like a little communist cult leader. That's what you want to see, isn't it? Infamous cult leader arrested after dead body found in home. Will Sommer. Yahoo News. Wow. Far left activist Gazi Kodzo. Hold on. Let's reset this. Let's put up Brainwash Talk with Amish Patel. That's it. Drip, drip, rip, and dip. And that's it. On Brainwash Talk with Amish Patel. Coffee's not coming back, bitch. Suck it. He's never coming back. Oh, yeah. Coffee's not coming back. Even if you did come over and suck on this real hard. Because this is Brainwash Talk with Amish Patel. Sundays on the drip. Drip, drip, rip, and dip. And that's it. That's it. Bro, you really trying to get me to change my political alignment today, LOL. I mean, you know, hey, I'm just trying to counteract the brainwash. And you can't argue that it's not a brainwash. It's a 6-on-1 bloodbath. You think your opinion is absolutely correct and there's no other opinion. It's like, okay, if you really want to fight this idea out, have 2 and 2 and do a proper debate. But they don't do this. These conservatives, they love to fight. But it's got to be bloodbath situation only. That's the problem. And these liberals keep getting caught up in it because we're really not good fighters. We are vibes people. We're vibes people. Really burning coffee beans out here. Right. Thanks, Bolt. Thanks for coming in, babies. God is great. Tim Ort. We got Empress Lane. We got Super Gamer 5, Ocho Cinco, Tim Ort, Jax is here. We got a big, lively congregation. Right here on Brainwash Talk with Amish Patel. Let's do the Yahoo News. Far-left activist Gazi Kodzo rose to internet notoriety last year with a series of bizarre online pronouncements he made as a leader of a fringe communist group called the Black Hammer Organization. Wow, this guy is a real conservative nightmare, isn't he? Kodzo's online declarations, including the claim that Holocaust victims Anne Frank was a whiny Karen. Yeah, I mean, there's all kinds of people, right? Do you see the magic of this Leela? Do you see it? Do you see? Yeah, white people were worshiping him. I think they also are forced to pay reparations to black people. This is Desian. We got to find a clip of this psycho. Okay, cool. But on Tuesday, Black Hammer, dubbed a cult by some former members, culminated in tragedy. That morning, an anonymous caller in a suburban Atlanta home rented by Black Hammer contacted police to report that they were being held against their will. Hold on. They were being held against their will. When police searched the home, they ordered Kodzo and 9 other people outside. In the houses, they found an 18-year-old man named Amonte T. Ammons dead of what police call an apparent self-inflicted gunshot wound to the head. Now Kodzo, 36-year-old, whose legal name is Augustus C. Romaine. Dude, you change your name to Kodzo when your name is Augustus? Augustus is a pretty rip and dip of a name, dude. Why would you change Augustus to Kodzo? I mean, Kodzo's pretty badass. Faces a bevy of criminal charges, included aggravated sodomy, 2 counts of conspiracy to commit felony, 2 counts of false imprisonment, 2 counts of kidnapping, 2 counts of aggravated assault, and 2 counts of criminal street gang activity, according to a press release from the Fayetteville Police Department. Further details on charges weren't available Wednesday from the police. I've never heard aggravated sodomy. There's some things that just, you say, there's evil here. There's evil here. And aggravated sodomy is one of them. Another Kodzo associate, a 21-year-old Xavier H. Russian, was also charged with several crimes, including kidnapping, assault, and false imprisonment. God damn. It's the people that say they're closest to God. They're the biggest sinners, aren't they? Ammon's death has led former members to consider the bizarre environment that Kodzo, riding a wave of internet fame and crazed ambitions of revolution, created in the group. I'm surprised it took this long. A former Black Hammer member who goes by the name Savvy, I guess. His name's Savvy. And worked as Kodzo's aide before fleeing the group, told the Daily Beast after Ammon's death was reported. Even as Ammon's lay dead people inside the Black Hammer house, though Kodzo kept his eye on the prospect of social media fame, in a Facebook video posted as Romain and other Black Hammer wanted outside their home under police guard, Kodzo seized on the idea that the police raid and the dead body would bring more online attention to himself. Of course. More media, more followers, more, advancement work, more movement, more greatness, Kodzo said. So be it, sweetheart. Wow. He just said, hey, I did it for the hits, baby. I did it for the hits. Even as Ammon's lay dead inside the Black Hammer house, though, Kodzo kept his eye on the prospect of social media fame. Wow. Black Hammer and its aggressive anti-Semitic and anti-white rhetoric marked a strange new reinvention for Kodzo, who had, years earlier, operated as an aspiring YouTube personality named Smiletown. Wow, this guy was a YouTuber at first? Smiletone? Wait, Smiletone is a racist cult leader now? Racist communist cult? Not Smiletone. How is Smiletone? We gotta see a video on this. Smiletone. So there's a couple of diss videos. Wow. Gazi Kodzo. I got to show you this. Hold on a second. This is wild, people. I'm going to call it after this. Smiletone Kodzo. Wow. I do not like Gazi Kodzo, Black Hitler. He also calls himself Black Hitler. Wow. The Black Hammer strikes. Clipperson. Wow. This is what Gavin McInnes calls himself now? Clipperson? Holy shit.
There's a lot of baby monsters emailing us about Gazi Kodzo.
Oh, yeah.
Now, the last time I spoke to him, this may have been a message from God. I started feeling really weird. And then right out of The Exorcist, I just went, excuse me. And I leaned over here and just went, "Ah!" And I vomited basically water for about 6 feet.
Wow.
That was the horse race.
Was that the Lord telling me that I'm with a demon? Because his cult, Black Hammer, someone called saying they're being held there against their will. Yeah, there it is. How'd you find that so fast?
You can say you don't want to take
I
it.
don't know. I just typed in his name and your name.
Turn it up.
Make up whatever, okay, and don't take it. But and it doesn't make any sense.
I wish I had barfed at the camera.
Explain to me how me not taking I can see your face right there. I'll be the one in danger.
Oh no.
Your cheeks start to swell.
It's like an Animal House where he's giving the flounder shit.
No, Camel Harris.
I'm the best needle dropper in the world.
What
So
have they
let's see
done?
here.
And we know it. Look at their approval rates and tell me how somebody with the historically most low approval rates won.
Excuse me.
the most votes.
I've got a virus.
I've got a virus.
They're all laughing because they don't understand that I'm not joking.
Well, he actually puked.
I've got a virus.
Wow, he actually puked.
Wow, that is so audible. We
Anyway.
were worried about that not being picked
But
up.
he's been arrested, correct?
Yes. So someone calls and says, we're at the Black Hammer compound. We talked about this on Compound Sensor briefly, but they got a bunch of land. He's the reason we say Uhuru.
Yeah.
They got a bunch of land in Arizona or something, and they got a ton of money to develop that into an anarchist socialist commune.
Wow.
And they take the money, they start setting up tents, and the owner of the land goes, what the you guys doing here? Get out of here.
Yeah, I never sold you my land.
Okay, bye. Yeah, it's not 1740, dude. There's not random patches of
48
land
and a mule?
that haven't been spoken for. Maybe the North Pole, you might find a square.
Like a mess. I'm gonna look a mess until I get myself.
Worried about how he looks.
Suburban Atlanta.
Hey y'all.
That's where you get arrested?
Land back. Free Draco.
Hey, y'all, we dude to death, and he's stuck in the house right now. So that sucks.
So, it is hot in Georgia. So the fight continues to free Draco. Make sure to go to Black Hammer Times to get the information that you need to get to help.
They look like they've got a dead body in their house, and they're saying we should post and act like everything's normal while we shit our pants.
Revolutionary work that he does.
Draco's a rapper, right?
With Black
Yeah.
Hammer.
A chopped cheese with
They're
the
doing
Draco.
this because
Okay, now this is boring, right? We're gonna come for your weapon.
What's your name is?
Jesse.
What's your name is?
Jesse. You owe me reparations.
Correct.
And I want it. When do I want it?
Now.
When do I want
Now.
it?
Now.
And you gonna give it for me?
Yes, indeed.
All right. Why
He looks like a fat guy that lost a lot of weight.
Yeah, he does.
I'll send him my address. Come get the reparations.
Yeah.
Well, if you want to beat up whites and take their money, Jesse, why don't you start with you?
Every opportunity and amenity I have.
Amenity I
has
have.
been at the expense of my
Please.
black and brown brothers and sisters around the world.
Wow.
Everything in this country is soaked, saturated with the blood of slavery,
So true.
genocide. Even
Budweiser.
the times that have had to scrape
Man, he's talking so black, even an actual black guy's going,
That's so funny.
dollars in my life, they still bared the face of the slave master,
We should
genocidal
try to
maniac.
do a deep dive and find out where that guy is today.
Yeah. It's probably a dentist
Because this is
in
like
Indiana.
4 or 5 years ago.
Hi, we saw you in a video with Gazi Kodzo. Oh, yeah, that was a long time ago. My God.
Not really. It's been 4 years, 3 days, and 26 hours.
If you don't give it, we're gonna come
That's
take it.
Prince we just saw.
And I've seen Prince take it, all right? We by a church across the street, and Prince ran up on this old white man. What you say up to the old white man coming out the church?
I asked if you want to hear the gospel of reparations.
Gospel the gospel reparations.
Virginia. Uhuru, Virginia. Oh, y'all look good in this sun, Virginia. You always
Uhuru, Virginia is my favorite train song. Uhuru, Virginia.
Save your skin. Hurry up, girl. Hurry up.
You
know the sun don't like you.
guys
Come
of
on
like
now.
a skit, and they were paid actors.
No.
Wow, dude. They're all just saying, I owe reparations and I owe reparations. And everyone owes reparations. Jeez. Well, you got to watch out for the cults, people. And we're raising the cult awareness. Yes, I am. I know, right? That is a market. Honestly, we know some guys that have gone so lefty cucky that they only date like brown and black girls, and then they make the girls do humiliating stuff to them. They ask them to, and then the girls are like, I did it, and I don't know why he wants me to do that. It is a thing, I guess. It's like a weird fetish. I don't it's like a weird, like super liberal, super white guilt fetish. Empress Lane, you know what? I'm going to let y'all go to sleep. I'm going to let myself go to sleep. Thanks everyone for coming. You are loved. We are here doing Brainwash talk this week because you know what? We were going to have a cult rehab guest on and they were feeling kind of anxious. And then they got on the phone with me and they were like, they thought that I was going to be like, you get on the phone. I don't give a shit what he did. You get on the phone, get on the call. And I was like, listen, if you're feeling weird, if you're feeling like you're having issues, God is great. It's fine. It's fine. Yeah, there you go. That's another public service announcement. Kodzo, obviously a very dangerous cult leader. Gazi Kodzo. You know, just throwing the left-wing activism in there. Is he really a left-wing activist or is he just a psycho? Fine, he's a left-wing activist. You see that? Are we balanced out now? Are we done? More great karmas. Amish, thanks so much, buddy. Thanks for coming. Love you. Empress Lane, thanks for coming. Tim Ort, Decien, Ocho Cinco, Sumant Krialia, Ron Good, Jax, Turnips. Turnips is getting some nice vibes. They are very nice vibes. Decien, Chainsaw, what's up, Chainsaw? Thanks for coming. Dude, Chainsaw called into the episode where the Jordan Peterson message to Muslims episode. Honestly, one of my favorite episodes. I really enjoyed that episode. I thought it was a tight rip. You guys both came in. Chainsaw came in and Ali came in. Both great conversations. Make sure you check out that episode. I debunk a lot of propaganda on that one. On that one, didn't really get much pushback, actually, to be honest. Today, we got pushback on this abortion one. I had no idea that so many people felt like this. Does everyone feel like this? Or was it like 2-3 people were just wilding? But honestly, first time I've heard this argument. Sounds petty to me. It's fine. Ghazi Kodzo, we can all agree, bit of a psycho. The Jehovah's Witness guy off the top, we can all agree, coming in with that shit. Come on, babies are evil. What are you doing? Bolt is here. Tim Ort is here. Let me play a track. Let me play a little something here for you guys. Here we go. Summer in the Neighborhood. This track is called Summer in the Neighborhood. You're listening to the drip. Drip, drip, rip, and dip. Cult Rehab Sundays. We're looking for guests. Make sure you sign up for Cult Rehab. Yeah, check out the links. See where I'm doing live shit. Come out to that. What else was I going to talk about? Fourth Turning sounds great. We'll have to talk about that next time. You guys are giving me a lot of great topic ideas. Arrest of Indian Muslim journalist sparks word. We got to do the Indian journalist, the Muslim journalist getting attacked by the BJPs. Got to talk about that. But yeah, thanks for coming, everyone. You are loved. Oh, we got to talk about the mass shootings. Remember last time we were saying there's been over 2 mass shootings a day in America, and someone was like, that's bullshit. Looked up the numbers. Turns out there's been a lot of mass shootings this year. Like, we're talking about 2.2 per day. Some of them only like 3-4 people died, but they do count as mass shootings. I mean, it's a good. We'll go through the Wikipedia article next episode. But yeah, what is this? What is the gun brainwash? That's crazy. Caesar, thanks for coming. You are loved. Hold on, let me find the thing. Crown tab. No window. No. Share video file. There we go. Oh, that music is so good. Yeah, thanks for coming, everyone. We're gonna call it just like that. Just like that. Make sure you support the digital ashram. Oh, make sure you support this digital ashram with the thumbs up. Make sure you hit that thumbs up. And subscribe to the channel. Let the algorithm know that we are here for the community. And yeah, I got to call it night, people. And listen, don't be so bitter in these relationships. You know, go into the relationship and in life, dancing in life. High vibration in life. That's all I'm saying. Make sure you're dancing. Be joyful in life. Not bickering about small things. You know what I'm saying? And make sure you love yourself. That's it, people. That's the drip.